me and Mystic, and I'm gonna write this here.
Hello.
Yeah, you can do some. Yeah, just test out. Say, can you guys hear both of us? I'll start recording once we're on YouTube. Okay. So see my screen. I'm hearing myself. See this?
Yeah.
Who's talking? And there is the go live button. Where am I talking from? I'm just waiting for that because YouTube, you gotta press that. The other ones are. Where am I talking from? So we are live. I'm gonna start. Oh, you were. That was from your computer?
No.
All right, we are live. Can y'all hear me and Mystic? Where's the sound coming from?
Hello.
Yeah. Just test out. Say, can you guys hear both of us? I'll start recording once we're on YouTube. Okay, how am I talking? I'm hearing myself. See this? Who's talking? There is the go live button. Where am I talking from? I think it was BitChute. Okay, so BitChute has it on. Okay, so I was trying to figure out what's going on. No, can you hear that audio or no? You didn't hear?
I could hear it, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. So apparently BitChute was on for some reason. I'm gonna just remove this. Yeah, because I have a bunch of chats. Okay, so I'm gonna close the BitChute one. It just auto plays. I hate when auto plays stuff like that, like with audio. I was wondering. I'm like, what in the world's going on here? Are we getting hacked by? Yeah, loud and clear. Okay, so, yeah. I'm gonna pop out this chat. I'm gonna just 1 second. I need to just pop out chat. Okay, so now we're pretty much good to go. All right, so we're good to go. And yeah, so everybody can hear us, and then I'll do it on Rumble. Can y'all hear us on Rumble and Odyssey? And yeah, and then if there's comments there, I'll let you know. And then we're also on Twitch and X and BitChute. So basically, I can do like 6 streams at once apparently with my software. All right, yeah. Okay, so we are back. Yeah, so we're live, and yeah, so well, guys, today we have a special guest, Mystic Bazaar. I love that name. Yeah.
Oh, my voice went then. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see, yeah, your real name is Shelly, and it says you're Shelly Jade. Are you okay with being doxxed? Says that. Yeah. No, that's all. It's all right. All right. So yeah, we have some comments in there and so on. Yeah, so I'm gonna send the link there, and yeah, do you want to just say hi and do you want to first introduce yourself, or do you want me to introduce yourself? I put a link to your TikTok, and now TikTok's gone yesterday.
Yeah, TikTok's gone. Yeah. I was doing really well.
Yeah.
I got a strike last week, but it was over a video about the 9/11 rescue dogs.
What?
It was absolutely nothing about, it was just about the rescue dogs, the therapy dogs. And it got completely took off and I got a strike. And then yesterday I got 2 strikes for my new series that I'd created on 9/11's ignored evidence.
Yeah.
So I put 2 of the videos on there are fine, and they were getting really good views. And then I posted the next 2 yesterday, and they both got a strike, and my account went.
Unbelievable, yeah.
On this account, that's upsetting.
Yeah, that's why it's like I'll always tell people, I'm like, decentralized sites, especially like the big ones, the bigger they get, the more regulation clamps down. So you always need a backup so that they can always find you if anything happens. So
yeah, I do have a backup now, and it's actually called 9/11's ignored evidence.
Yeah, no, but what I mean, yeah, no, I know, but what I mean is like a backup outside of TikTok. That's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, I've got Instagram and I have got X.
Yeah, but again, those ones also can be centralized. But yeah, but no, that is good. You have a backup there, yeah. Yeah, and then 3Speak is the 3Speak is the one
I'm gonna get back onto that.
Yeah, and speaking about TikTok, so this is I got a community guidelines thingy. This was posting, I think, the trailer for this video actually. So this stream, I posted this, and then I got a guideline, and I appealed it, and they said no, it's violate, sorry, whatever. But it's like, for example,
it's stuff you can see with your own eyes. It's an actual interview with.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
and that's all I post. Is things you can actually see. So I don't. They say it's misinformation.
No, it is. Yeah. No, okay, no, I just wanted to make a mistake. It wasn't a trailer. It was actually the TikTok removed my NIST 9/11 video. So the one, NIST. But I thought. Is the other one here? Where's the Oh, the other one's still here. It's still alive. Yeah. Okay. This is the one. So it's it got only 700 views. I don't know how you were able to get like 100,000 views.
Oh, I got 2,000 views on it, but it was for the last. It was the last one. I didn't get a chance to post this one.
Okay. Yeah, I know that's too bad. Yeah. Yeah, it's just TikTok's just ridiculous. So saying the word dumb is also against TikTok's policies. Did you know that or no?
What?
I wasn't able to reply to someone saying like someone was asking me a dumb question, so I replied that's a dumb question or something, and then I wouldn't TikTok wouldn't let me post that. So if I go to TikTok on my own channel,
Yeah.
yeah. So TikTok, yeah, I've
They're,
had a
they're really bad at the minute. And apparently in the UK, it's all bots. They've got no live people now that
yeah.
check the videos. So it's all the bots.
No, that's terrible. And then, so my yeah, and my cousin Eyes is watching. He's actually he used to have like a huge TikTok, and then they kept deleting him, and he had 8 channels all deleted. And every time he would go
Oh, yeah.
viral and then get taken down. So he was go viral. Eyes watching dominating on his 8th channel, but now it's taken down as well. And
Oh,
there's a cool website that you actually see the stats on people. And now it's gone.
what
Okay,
is that?
it's called Buzzalytics. You can actually search TikTok. Let's see what mine says.
Yeah.
Been a while, guys. Maddie solution, and it tells you highlights, and it analyzes the whole thing. It tells you the views and so on. So yeah, TikTok is just ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like TikTok. Is it? I think it's might because it's a bit influential to the younglings, the young kids. Like they go into a rabbit hole and do that. So that gets deleted, but flat Earth stuff is like thriving on it apparently on
It
TikTok. Is that?
is.
Yeah.
When I was, because I've lost my algorithm and everything now.
Hmm.
So when I was on TikTok last night, it was bringing up loads because I typed in conspiracy theories because that's all the kind of people I follow. And so I was trying to find all the people that I followed, and it was all bringing up flat Earth stuff,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of it.
Yeah.
But with the 9/11 stuff that we post,
Yeah.
it's all observable evidence, as we always say. So it's not misinformation because it's there. You can see it with your own eyes. And I never state anything in the hooks. I always ask a question like, "Do you think the towers turned into dust?" Question mark. And then I'll have the video of the towers turning into dust, or Dr. Wood doing the dustification thing, or something like that.
Hmm.
So it's things you can see with your own eyes, or the lack of debris. And so I don't. That's what my appeal is. It's stuff that you can see. So how is that misinformation?
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah. Again, it's TikTok, and you can see the traffic. They get 3 billion monthly visitors. So the bigger stuff gets, the more regulators clamp down, and that's why
Yeah,
it's like decentralized ones. I like the three speak one. It's like I like it, even though it's small. It's like I know my videos will be there, and I'm trying to like support people that are like people that are fundamentally against this, not just like a lot of people say they're against censorship and so on, but not enough to go support the small people. All right, getting some
yeah.
comment saying, can you say retarded or slow instead of dumb on TikTok? No, I don't think you could. You could probably say stuff. No, it's just a comment from the doctor on my. Uh, yeah, because on TikTok you can't say. I couldn't say the word dumb for some reason. I'm gonna go quickly here. TikTok comment.
Uh,
Yeah, but basically you can't say stuff. And I can't even reply. Yeah, so basically, here's a comment: appeal denied. This is what I said actually. Yeah, I said this guy here was trying to critique my the solid iron block of the Hutchinson effect, and he said, "Do you know what solid means?" And I said, "Stop acting dumb." And then I can't even post it. And then I appealed it, and they appeal not approved. I'm like, what's going on here?
oh,
Yeah, like on my own video, I can't even comment. I can't even reply to a troll. All right, so that's that. But here's the analytics popped up. So it shows you, but you got to unlock for other ones. It shows you the hours of video that were watched, watch time. You could go by videos, which is the highest traffic. It used to be way more stats. Now it's like, okay, now they everything you got to pay for it with metrics and so on. Yeah. Anyways, that's some stuff for that. I'm gonna close this. Okay, let's go to the straight into the notes, guys. And then we'll watch the trailer. And then I also want to show the TikTok videos that got you banned. Because you made some amazing TikTok videos of the dustification. I don't know how you use it. What program do you use for your editing, video editing?
I was using Canva.
Oh, Canva. Okay, I heard it's pretty good, and I heard it's like infused with AI
It
now.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's the video in the background. on them the new series of videos I've been doing was made by Canva.
Oh wow, amazing.
It's got the towers with like radar track behind it with the planes and papers and dust flying at the screen, and that was made on Canva.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, oh, Gemini. Okay, yeah.
Those are Gemini ones. Yeah.
No, this is cool. This is
Gemini does quite. I use a bit of both. The information ones are done by ChatGPT.
No, nice, nice. And have you had issues with ChatGPT, like not answering questions properly or saying I'm not going to touch that?
No, I think I've fully trained it because ever since I started using it, I've only been talking about. It knows all of Dr. Wood's work and agrees with me half the time that it's got the best arguments because it helped me do that control the talking the A&E 9/11 truth and the controlled opposition article. It helped me. I get it to help me find all information out about it, and so it's okay. Sometimes it will say things, and I have to have a word with it and go, "No, we've looked this up before."
Yeah.
And
Yeah. This one is pretty funny. So you wrote, she was right where after the towers go. Is that how, is this capturing your initial thoughts when you first came across it? Like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. Like,
it's one of my first articles, that was. And yeah,
that's
what I thought.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's similar. And yeah, actually, I do want to play the trailer first. Okay, first I want to ask about the thumbnail. Was this also with Canva? Was this also with Canva here? Did you make the thumbnail?
No, I got ChatGPT.
Okay, ChatGPT.
To change the color of the graphics on another thing.
Yeah, because
I got it to do.
Yeah, because you sent me this and you asked, is this a north tower or south? I'm like, yeah, so that's stairwell B. Yeah, so that's the north tower. And yeah, but this photo is so cool. Yeah, this is such a good photo. And then if you zoom into it, I'm gonna open this. Whoops, I'm gonna open up in a new tab. So if you zoom into it, can you notice something there? It's like you notice there's the ladders from the rescue crew. Can you see the ladders?
Oh.
Yeah, so there's ladders there.
No, I've never seen that before.
Yeah. So yes, same. I didn't see until you sent me the photo. Then I'm like, oh, I can actually see the ladders. It's pretty amazing. And then I added your logo over there. But the other thing, see these lobby columns. That's the lobby. It's just fascinating. Like.
It is. It's mind-blowing when you know, and then you see it, because when you've been told there's a lack of debris, you're like, no, I remember there was loads of debris. And now when you look at it with fresh eyes, it's like, where is it?
Yeah, and it's also the scale. Like some people will look at this, they'll think oh, that's a lot of debris and so, but it's relative to what was the towers. This is this is tiny. That's the ground level. Like this is. And that's the lobby columns. Yeah, the lobby is the bottom. The lobby ones are my favorite ones in that they're just as irrefutable as it gets. Like the top of the tower is gone, but the bottom is there. So the bottom is there. So if imagine if you had like a bunch of Jenga pieces and then and then they just all fall down. Like you expect the top ones to be on top, not the top ones to be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so that was the thumbnail. I'm gonna play the trailer. Because then the trailer pretty much captures everything. And this is the this is the lamppost. There's a sphere, and this lamppost. You know how? Yeah. So you know that lamppost, right? So you know how I said like the lobby columns. That's the bottom. But then, but you would expect the top to be on the top, not. And then, so that's the lamppost. Like you've seen this trailer where the firefighters thought this was the top of the antenna on the North Tower.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what they thought. Yeah.
Oh, it's a lamppost.
They thought.
Wow, that's even more baffling.
Oh no! Wait, did you thought it was an antenna? Did you?
Noticed it before.
No, you've seen it. So that's the actual lamppost that was on the ground. But these guys all thought it was the antenna, the top top portion. So I'll play this thing. I'll play the trailer. I'll make it 110 stories. One second, I'm gonna make it bigger. I'll go out of here. Okay, I'll make it bigger so that you could see. Or the
stories at ground level.
110 stories at ground level.
110 stories at ground level.
110 stories at ground level.
If you get a shot, you'll see the antenna that was on top of the tower. It's at ground level.
This high. and yet there are no people to be seen.
For a moment of perspective, look at the Trade Center towers before the attack. Tower number 1 held a 300-foot mast used for television transmitters. Firefighters believe this is the tip of that mast today.
Yeah, so they thought this was that mast on top of the thing. Can you see the giant? See this? This is like 300 feet, 300 feet tall, and apparently like 19 feet of it is in the Memorial Museum. So 19 feet survived. So that's pretty interesting. 19. So they probably like made sure that the direct energy was just below this tip. That's pretty fascinating. And then so they thought it was the tip, but it's just a lamppost. Like I'll keep going. The lamppost. Yeah.
Firefighters believe this is the tip of that mast today, standing upright but at ground level. By late afternoon, a fireman carried an American flag to the mast and raised it. Fellow firefighters wept as the stars and stripes flew in the smoke-filled sky and remained above them as they worked into twilight's last gleaming.
Yeah, so that's a lamppost, and I added some AI music, so I don't get copyright. Yeah, so this lamppost, look, there's a sphere, and the lamppost, it's still there, like it's just.
I've watched that as well, but it didn't hit. There, it's. That's lamppost.
Okay. Yeah, and he was getting some messages. Yeah. See the lamppost. There's a sphere as well, and so it's a lamppost. There's a bunch of lampposts like circles around the sphere. And I'll show you the before and after, and then we'll get to the nitty gritty. Yeah. So there's again the antenna. Nothing's crushing it. Like. Yeah. And the other interesting part is see how the sphere. It looks like it's been damaged a bit, right? But I've not found a single photo of any steel beam or column or aluminum cladding or anything on it, actually. So
strange. It's just baffling.
Yeah.
That should be more damp. That should have been buried, destroyed.
Yeah. But like, so this lamppost is like just chilling there. This lamppost is like, what happened? Like nothing happened. It's acting as if nothing happened, and yeah, this is just baffling. Yeah. And again, they all thought this was the antenna. It's just and then the doctor said the antenna was actually much thicker. Yes, it was much thicker than this, but it's also 300 feet.
Of course it would be. Now you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like, of course, the antenna is because of how big it was. It's going to be a lot.
Yeah, to be able to be like literally visible from a while. This one, it's like when you zoom out, you can't see it. And I'll show you how thin and tiny this is. Yeah, so this and the sphere, basically the lamppost, the sphere, and the exterior lobby columns is literally where it's like another, and also the stairwell B. Those are stairwell B survivors right there. So that was your little box that you made.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's the stairwell B. So if it's stairwell B, it's always it basically the one that's separated, and you see the lobby columns next to it. That's stairwell B. So you can always know where it is.
I do when it's all been destroyed. I struggle telling what's what and where things are.
Yeah. So this is where's the photo again? So that's and I'll show you quickly the before and after. Let's go lobby column. I mean lamppost. Yeah, this one here. So see the lampposts that are surrounding us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So now if you zoom out. Okay. Now you zoom out. See these lampposts right here? Yeah. So see how tiny they are? Yeah.
Yeah.
And now cool. So you can't even see them. You can barely see them, but you can see how big the antenna is. So that's the antenna.
Yeah.
Antenna is like literally massive. Yeah, and yeah. So think about this. These don't survive. These do. Like yeah. All right. So that is fascinating. Okay. I was getting some messages, I think.
Oh, I've just seen on YouTube. Hi Joe and hi Rotary.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting. Okay, this is I'll show that later. Yeah. All right, I'm getting some bunch of messages everywhere. So we have that. I'm gonna now continue further in our journey. Yeah, so you messaging people. You can see the chat on the thing. I'll show the chat actually. Now it's chat's there. Okay.
I've got it on my phone.
Oh yeah, some methyl miners there. Yeah, some methyl miner. Oh yeah, and you're saying who's Walsall? Oh, is Walsall where you were at, or?
Where I'm from, yeah, because somebody said that they live just outside of the West Midlands, which is where I live. So
Yeah.
I was just saying, they said they recognise my accent.
Yeah. Your accent is very thick. Yeah. Yeah, very.
Do you know, it's the most hated accent in the UK, mine is.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
But so basically, everyone around you speaks like that thick accent. So like,
yeah. We
so
all sound like this.
so if I like was propped up and put right there, I'd be viewed as an alien or something. As an alien.
Yeah,
I'll have to fake my accent.
everybody talks like this.
Oh wow, yeah, that's amazing. All right, yeah. So also your methyl miner's in the show, and yeah, I
Hi,
mean it's in the
Josh.
yeah, he's in the chat, and yeah. Before we go further, can you elaborate how you got into 9/11? And because I knew because I heard it was from methyl miner. He was the one who got you.
Yeah, it was from Methyl Miner. I was into the conspiracy theories type subjects, and I decided I wanted to. Because I only had about 200, 300 followers on TikTok, and I wanted a few more. So, and I was watching all the podcasts like Danny Jones and Jesse Michaels, and and so I started posting clips of all the podcasts and I was getting a few followers. And then I saw an episode of Redacted and it was doing 9/11 and I posted something and my views just rocketed. And I was like, oh, okay. And then my other videos I kept posting weren't doing that well. And I did another 9/11 one and that skyrocketed. And I was like, wow, looks like I'm going down the 9/11 rabbit hole then. So I was just posting things from every perspective of 9/11. And Methyl Miner pointed me, he said, you need to check out Dr. Judy Wood. And I was like, I've never heard of her. I was like, so I've got to look at things from every perspective. So I went and found, I went to YouTube and found it was like a 20-minute presentation. And I watched it and my mind was black. I've pinned it to my new. That's the first presentation I've seen. As soon as I saw it, I'm like,
Yeah. No, it sent me.
yes.
Yeah. No, yeah, no. It was automatically played. Yeah.
No, it has 170,000 views on my other account.
Yeah, and that was taken down. Yeah. And then
I'm gutted. But I saw that presentation and it blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, that's how it's supposed to just. So I put it straight on TikTok.
Oh, wow.
And then it went from there. I was like, it was my goal to spread this news.
No, that's great.
So, and then Methyl Miner pointed me in the direction of you and 9/11 Revisionist. So I decided to introduce myself. And it's gone from there.
No, that's great. And I'll go to Methyl. Methyl also had his TikTok like deleted and so on. Now he has, yeah. So he has one of these. He has multiple ones. Okay, so he has it. Okay, this is Methyl Miner. He's Doctor Methyl Miner. That's pretty good. No, he's great. What he does is actually he replies to a lot of people. Like they talk about 9/11. Yeah.
He tags me in.
Yeah, but he also he replies to a lot of people that are talking about 9/11, like on Reddit and so on. But he also shares. He's one of the first. He's probably he has a really good strategy. He shares the FAQs from Dr. Judy Wood's website. If you go to well, now you gotta go to the new one. So so there's a current issue with the current domain, but let's see the doctor new one. Yeah, so Methyl Miner says every 9/11 post I come across, I share Dr. Judy Wood info. Yeah, no, epic stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, Methyl Miner is great. Okay, so I don't know, the website's not loading.
This was only 6 months ago that I got into it.
Yeah, website's not loading. I don't know why. So drjudywood.com. I don't know what's going on. I'll do a pre-search. Dr. Judy's. Dr. Judy Wood. Oh, whoops. I want to show you the FAQ because it's very underrated. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it while it loads. Yeah. So that's for. Okay, it's trying to load. I don't know what's going on. Okay, there it is. Then there used to be an FAQ. I think they're about, no, there's evidence in brief. Or it might have been the old website. There was an old website. Go to the book site. Old site. Yeah, old index. Okay, this is the old website. And then if you go there, there's an FAQ, and it's very in depth, and then she tells you lists each things. The frequently asked questions. Yeah, it's just spacing hypothesis. Yeah, stable, etc. Yeah, the why care about the speed of destruction and so on. And then she has answers to a lot of these common questions, like what does it do? And this can also tie in with our discussion today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he lists a lot of these. Yeah, basically shares this, which is very, very rare. I'm gonna actually bookmark this. This is a good one. So you go to old site. So this is what Methylminer would share this, and it has a very good setup. And yeah, she includes a whole lot of stuff, including the WTC6. Why it was pulled with cables. That's a very underrated one. Have you seen WTC6 that part? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people talk about Larry. Yeah.
I've just done an article on World Trade Center 6,
Yeah.
and I forgot to add that, so I can put that in. I haven't released it yet. I'm doing one a week now on a Monday on Substack.
Yeah, and also if you can post it also on Hive, because like what I do is I archive your post using that archive thingy directly on Hive. I do it anyways. It's just because I'm like the info is important. So if I go to pull it and pull 6, I think building 6. Yeah, so this is the video. Have you seen it? This is the video I included in here. You can also download it too if you want. So building 6 had to be demolished via pulled slowly by cables because they were worried that explosives would damage the slurry wall and bathtub. Why weren't they wondering?
Yes.
Yeah. So think about that. They're scared about that.
To that, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
I've seen a different clip about them talking about it.
Yeah, and it says here, why weren't they wondering why the 2 giant twin towers didn't destroy the slurry wall? This is.
Yeah, it makes sense when you know.
Yeah, so I'll make this a bit bigger. I'll play this. It's only 30 seconds, and I'll play this. Very, very interesting. And whoops, I have to minus then play.
Oh, we're getting ready to pull building 6.
We had to be very careful how we demolished building 6. We were worried about the building 6 coming down and then damaging the slurry wall, so we wanted that particular building to fall within a certain area.
Well, they've got the cables attached in 4 different locations going up, and they'll be pulling the building to the north. It's not every day you try to pull down an 8-story building with cables.
Yes.
Oh, we're getting ready to pull.
Yeah, we're getting ready to pull building 6, guys. So he has a good accent too. So that's building 6, and to give you guys just a size comparison, look at building 6 very carefully. Okay, they're worried about this building damaging the slurry wall. Okay, they're worried about this building damaging, but then it's like, are they? Is anybody gonna look at these these giant things? All right, yeah, so that's pretty wild. Okay, so that's that part. Yeah, also quickly on this, and then Methylminer says, then go to Cliff Notes. So basically, he shares this, and he goes to Cliff Notes as well. Shares the Cliff Notes.
Yeah, he shared me the Cliff Notes.
Yeah,
and it was
like
some of the first things that I read.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to be a complete pain now. I'm just going to run to the toilet.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. I'll entertain them, and then we'll get back. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Take your time. Take your time. All right, so we are. Yeah, so here's a Cliff Notes, and then there's. I'm gonna share these two. So guys, go to the FAQ, and then go to Cliff Notes. These are some pretty epic stuff. I'm gonna okay, and then go to Cliff Notes. Yeah, these are great stuff there. Yeah, so you gotta go to the old site. This one, what I'm also gonna do is, I'm gonna just archive this right now. Okay, this one needs to be like this. Okay, I'm gonna archive on normal and on Hive blockchain. Okay, this can't do that. I'm gonna have to change this URL. 1 second. HTTPS today. 1 second. PH. Okay, run through that. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, sounds good. So what I'm doing, I'm just archiving. So especially her website, the new one, because the old one got kind of like gone. So you'll have to try to archive as much as you can. I'm gonna archive this on Hive as well. So this is the FAQ.
Yeah.
This thing you can just add it to your browser thing, and you just add it to Hive blockchain, and I'm just gonna add it right here.
Right.
But so watch what happens. How fast I'll archive this whole thing. Hopefully, with the comments. Okay, the FAQ doesn't have all the FAQs. Like that's weird. Anyways, as long as it gets. Did I get the right one? Where's the FAQ? Oh no, this is not the FAQ. This is not the FAQ. I'm gonna get to the FAQ first. I'll archive this. 1 second. I'll just show you how I archive like your articles on the Hive blockchain. I know, but I'm gonna archive hers, but it's not loading. Okay. Anyways, I'll wait for it. Okay, there it is. This is the one I want to archive. This is the FAQ. I'm gonna click on this archive button. So I'll show you what happens. Okay, I'm gonna click archive. And yeah, so we'll archive all this. Sometimes the photos don't work as well. Hopefully the photos show up. They're important. Hopefully the photos please show up. Okay, photos aren't there, but the text is still pretty there. Okay, so now it's published on. It's already published on the Hive blockchain. So,
I have to get that button.
Yeah, I do. Just these are important things. Like even if it doesn't look as nice, etc. But like you have all the data. So FAQ is already on the Hive blockchain. I don't know what this setup here, but anyways, all that info is there. And but they also do some cryptographic mumbo jumbo, so that if the site is changed in any way, you'll be able to know. So this is like a timestamp on the thing. But anyways, that's for I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah, so that's that. All right, so we can go further. So last week or 2 weeks ago when you had your event, do you want to discuss that? Up to you if you want to bring that up, or why you because last 2 weeks ago what happened?
Yeah, I've got epilepsy and I had a seizure. So once you've had a seizure, you feel like you've been awake for a week and run a marathon. So you need to go to sleep, and I wouldn't have been able to stay awake.
Yeah, no worries.
So, but I'm here today.
Yeah, and at the same time when that happened to you, the power went out here for like 40 minutes or something. So
both electrical things.
Yeah. So I think we were.
My brain.
So I think we were hit with direct energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want us to talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So that. Yeah. That was my first thought. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? They're coming after us. Across the. We're not even in America, and they're coming after us. All right. Yeah. So we have. We have that. So basically, I want to play these, and then we'll go because I think you wanted some thoughts on like the possible technology used and so on. But I want to play these because these were deleted from TikTok, and to show
okay.
These are the videos that you made. I downloaded all of them, put them on all on this, and I'll also put a link to 3Speak so peeps get on that. So this is the 9/11 ignored evidence justification. So these are, and then you made this with Canva, right? So Canva, all these. So yeah, I need to.
Yeah, I did my first two, but then I started numbering them because I've done 11.
Yeah, sounds good.
I haven't posted them all yet though, because I was going to do 2 a day, but I've posted a couple on my new TikTok. The justification one, number 3, is the one that got me banned.
Wow. Okay, number 3. I don't know where number 3 is. I just have it doesn't. Some of them don't have number. Okay, because one of them has number 9. One's number there's a number 10. These are the ones you sent me. I'll have to find the other ones. But wanted to show also. Just a note. See
number 9, justification. That first one. Yeah. That was the one that got me banned because I put number 3 on it afterwards.
Yeah, and just a minor note. See how you had 2 antennas? If you could have only one.
Yeah, it's because it's AI.
Yeah, definitely. I understand. I'm gonna play this right here. See how it goes. And is this music copyrighted or no? Like, can I play this?
No, it was on Canva.
So you AI, so it's an AI music, AI music as well. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I just got a message from Mark Conlon. So Mark Conlon, the show is on next week. So Mark Conlon's gonna be here on the live stream next Saturday.
Oh, that'd be good. Hi, Mark.
Yeah. So Mark messaged me. Yeah. So so that's great stuff. And so we'll be talking about the planes and flights and the Excel database I made for all that. And and also for those who haven't heard, so Mark Conlon, Dr. Judy Wood, Norman, aka 9/11 revisionist, and Morgan Reynolds all had a call I think on Tuesday, and it's gonna be published next week. It's gonna be published in a few days, so that's gonna be pretty epic.
Oh, good.
Okay, and then Mark says he's got some passengers info to send me to update the database. Okay, epic stuff. Okay, I'm gonna play this right now.
Ooh.
Yep, so it's gonna be quite epic.
Yeah.
To learn is that the towers didn't burn up, nor did they slam to the ground, but turned into dust in midair.
That's epic. That's video one. I want to play them all. It's just for the audience grasps your skill set
Yeah.
here. And yeah, and there's a lot of the clips there. Yeah, so I think you may have got it from the compilation that me
I might have done.
yeah, me, Norman, and the conspiracy realist. Me, not the revisionist and conspiracy realist. Okay, let's play this one here.
Yeah.
Now the seismic one. This one I need to make a post about this because the doctor emphasizes this a lot. The towers turn to dust according to seismic data faster than freefall. So like, again, I'm gonna play this and then go right further.
Hi, music.
What you were saying something?
No, sorry, I was just saying, yeah, I hear the same music. I'm just dancing along to it.
No, it's good music. Okay, and then Mark 911 Plains Research says hi Mystic. All right, epic stuff. Yeah.
Hi.
He's on the chat. Yes, he's on the chat. So we got and then we have D'Artagnan 8 buildings 1 poof. Yeah, so this is good. We have a crypto guy getting finally in the 9/11 conspiracy setup game. Yeah, that's we need a whole lot of people from everywhere on this. So,
Oh, I don't know, on the video it says connect, explain the evidence. I have changed it to cannot.
oh, cannot.
These are
Yeah,
ones that
connect.
I
Yeah,
sent you.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's good.
it's
Yeah,
just-
yeah. So this
I
should be up there.
changed it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. It's all good.
Here's the signal for the Tower 1. It lasted 8 seconds. It takes 9.5 seconds to throw a bowling ball off the roof and have it hit the ground below. The building went away faster than it could have fallen. It didn't hit the ground, didn't slam the ground. That's why there's no S and P waves. There's only surface waves. And that's what you would get if you lifted the building off the ground. You know, think of two people sleeping together in the same bed. One person gets up, the other person in a conventional mattress, the other person feels the disturbance.
Right.
If you lift a 500,000 ton building off the ground, it's going to cause a surface disturbance.
Right.
That's all that was recorded. Not anything going boom on the bedrock. So here's a controlled demolition, and it produces a P wave and an S wave. So if we have Seattle Kingdom, we're going to look at things relative to that. That made a 2.3 on the Richter scale when it was blown up by controlled demolition. And we have these two towers. Let's say for the Tower 2 was the first to go. So if we turn it to dust, all but the bottom 16 stories, and then drop a 16-story building to the ground, we record approximately the same seismic signal as what was recorded on 9/11. Just pretend this rest doesn't exist. And for Tower 2, if you turn it into dust above the 20th story and just drop a 20-story building to the ground, you get the seismic signal that was recorded. And for Building 7, it's all but the bottom 2.5 stories. Where's the rest? So here's the...
All right. Yeah, no, that's like glitching out at the end. Okay, yeah, that one was glitching out at the end, a bit more on Building 7. Yeah.
The next two are good.
Yeah, but Metal Miner says, the first argument anyone should make in debates is the seismic readings. There's no way to spin 0.6 magnitude reading for Building 7. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
And another thing people like gotta grasp, the magnitude readings are logarithmic scale. So they're basically they're orders of magnitude bigger. So it's like I think it's basically like going from 1 to 2 is going from, I think it's 10 times, and then the other one becomes 10 times. So if you're going from, I think so basically the actual reading is like 300 times less than expected. Like if you convert it to just normal loudness or normal shaking of the ground, so it's 300 times less than expected. And I'll show that later. But I want to keep playing these ones. There's 2 more on this.
Yeah. It's just not part 2 justification.
Yeah, this is part 9. Yeah, no, there's a cannot. Okay.
You've all seen what we're calling ground zero many times. We've seen it from a variety of angles. It is rubble and it is dust.
Wow. Yeah, this is the one I asked you to include the reverse one.
Yeah.
This one I might do a short clip of it like by itself. This is amazing. The back and forth, everything's just frothing up.
Yeah.
So what we're going to learn is that the towers didn't burn up, nor did they slam to the ground, but turned into dust in midair. That's not a collapse, that's dust squirting up. Look at these beams falling, with dust trailing behind them, opaque dust. It initially blocked out all the sunlight, 100% of the sunlight, so it was pitch black. It's very dense dust. And you come to the realization that these pieces of material are becoming dust. They're frothing up into dust as they fall. There would be over 1 million tons of debris left stacked up on the ground. That didn't happen. Manhattan would have been flooded. Well, as we'll see, the towers were built in the Hudson River with a dike around them. If you slam 1 million tons of debris down onto the dike, you're going to break it. Didn't happen. And if you slammed 1 million tons of debris to the ground, it's going to make it thud. The seismic signals did not reflect that.
Only 3 instances of a skyscraper suffering global collapse due to fire occurred all in the same day in the same place.
The music setup is pretty good.
Yeah, and it fit quite well with the talking. It gets quiet.
Yeah.
And I've put that graphic on at the beginning and the end now, because I want people to notice that that's not just all of the evidence all as one. Because I think a lot of the times I'm posting about one piece of evidence at a time, but there's tons. So I wanted to include that as well. But the lack of debris one's good.
Yeah, I'll play the lack of degree one. Yeah, I'll play.
I was quite proud of that one.
No, I like you put everything all like compactly into one neat package with the music. The music is great.
Yeah, the music will know episode.
Oh. That's 20 Titanics.
Oh no! When you say that, it's just
yeah.
These graphics created by Adam Dwyer because they give you a real sense of how much of the building actually went missing. Here's a shot of World Trade Center 1 rubble, and in the background we can see Building 7 still frothing up into dust. So we know it was before 5:20 p.m. that day. So the story that they shipped all that steel off to China just doesn't make sense. They were doing a bucket brigade for a while.
The lack of artifacts stands out to me quite a bit. I think the fact that I haven't seen a door, I haven't seen a phone, I haven't seen a computer, I haven't seen a doorknob. I think that stands out.
I never saw a file cabinet, never saw a desk, a chair, never saw a telephone, never saw any type of office furniture. There's no glass. It just disappeared and has become part of this fluffy white or gray dust. They actually only found 1 filing cabinet, if you can believe that, and it didn't even look like a filing cabinet. It was melted down to about the size of a basketball, but miraculously, it still had unburnt file folders and money inside of it that they were able to return to Ben & Jerry's.
110-story office buildings. You don't find a desk. You don't find a chair. You don't find a telephone, a
nothing we could recognize in the field. We expected to see chairs and file cabinets and what was left of offices. Everything was reduced to the finest state. It basically looked like mountains of dirt.
That was a good clip.
I'll send you all the others that I've done.
Yeah, that was a great clip. I didn't see that one before. That one, the fresh kills one. That was a great find you had. No, that was absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, that was from the Where Did the Towers Go documentary.
Yeah, that documentary. I'm not sure if I've seen that one that or the presentation that you sent. Which one was that one? Actually, I'm gonna go to your TikTok, and I just want. I'm not sure if I might have to upload this. Do you know which one this was? The one that you said you saw.
Yeah, I've got it. I'll send you the link.
Which like what year was this? Do you know?
It's 20 minutes long.
Yeah, but like what year was this specific one? Yeah, I don't think I Yeah, okay, that's the was it the new Hiroshima? Or is it,
I don't know.
or,
I just found it. It was the first video I ever found.
yeah, yeah. So is Fetzer in this one or no? So it's probably not because the Hiroshima one.
Remember. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
so it's a different one. Yeah, so I need to
I'll
upload
send
that.
you the link to that.
Yeah, so that might
It's on
be
YouTube.
yeah, because every 9/11 I upload like an epic video. Either if I make one or documentary. So I'll put this as the top of the list so far for 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the last one
I'll
was
send it, yeah.
the last one I uploaded was the new Hiroshima.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, so the new Hiroshima was pretty interesting. That's this one here. And what's interesting about the
yeah.
Hiroshima, so Hiroshima, August 6th, right? That's when the first nuke was dropped, apparently. So on August 6th, 1945. And then
Yeah.
WTC-1 construction began August 6th, 1968.
Oh.
And the Hiroshima, the atomic bomb project, was called the Manhattan Project. It's like, okay, what are they actually doing? And the other thing is microwave oven. Microwave oven. I wrote something about it. That in so microwave oven in early so very interesting that in early 1945, before the Hiroshima atomic bomb was dropped, U.S. military contractor Raytheon accidentally discovered the heating effect of a microwave and then filed a patent 35 days after World War II ended. So
Raytheon, they pop up in all the
yeah,
things like this. They're big in the UFO world.
no, it is, but so do you get the timing right? So they drop the bomb, and then the guy files a patent, Raytheon, after accidentally discovering microwaves, and they call the bomb the Manhattan Project, and the construction of the WTC began the same day as the atomic bomb drop. So August 6th, August 6th, yeah. So August 6th. So it's like so it's like yeah.
There's lots of connections and things like that, and it's too much to be coincidences.
It is, and there's another thing I posted here. Is there's an interesting setup here. Is this was apparently a photo from Hiroshima. One day after the Hiroshima nuclear bomb, or yeah, so there's a lot of people in the chat that don't believe it was a nuclear bomb, but yeah, it could have been a big bomb. It could have been whatever, but this is how it looked like, and that fuming is pretty interesting. So it might have been a directed energy.
Yeah.
And notice the fuming here as well. This is the WTC.
Yeah.
And this was a day after, so it's like flattened, and you got some fuming still going on. The fuming is just.
I've not looked into that.
Yeah.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, this was actually Dr. Judy Wood. Yeah.
To look at.
Well, Dr. Judy Wood shares this in her presentation, so this would be this one here.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that presentation. I'm gonna have to write it down. I should get my notebook.
Yeah, I could. I'll send you the links of that. I'll send you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you can download it.
That reminds me.
Yeah, I'll just forward it to you. I'll go to Hiroshima. Hiroshima. Okay. So we'll go right here. I'll forward this to you. Where is Mystic? Yeah, Mystic Bazaar is a amazing name. It just sounds so next level. Okay, getting a spam caller. Okay, close that. Okay, so I sent you this one, and then the FAQ ones, I think it's important as well. This one here. I'll send you these FAQ and the Cliff Notes. These are the ones that I'm not sure if you, unless you already have them, but these are good.
I've got the Cliff Notes.
Okay, you got the, then here's the FAQ ones. And this is, yeah, FAQ is pretty good stuff too. Okay, I got some comments.
Thank you.
Okay, okay, microwaves are already known. They were used for communication. The guy working on microwave transmission had a chocolate bar in his pocket and discovered it and melted after standing in front of it. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, so microwaves was known about it, but like the guy apparently had a chocolate bar in his pocket. Actually, I do want to play that because we're dealing with technology. I'm gonna go play that.
Yeah.
Microwave oven. So this was an interesting setup here. So this guy here apparently, yeah, let's see what he was doing. Okay, the first food deliberately cooked was yeah. So basically, while employed at Raytheon, he noticed that microwaves from an active radar set he was working on started to melt a candy bar he had in his pocket. Yeah, so so that's interesting. Yeah, so the microwaves that they were sending melted candy, basically chocolate bar. You could play. I'll play this one right here. Oh, actually, no, that's a full video. It's 7 minutes. And then speaking about that, this is another part where Benjamin Franklin, and then he has this. So have you seen this one before that I've shared? So Benjamin Franklin in the year 1751. So years. This guy's like the founding father of America. He wrote about lightning strikes, causing like coins to melt in the people's pockets, or like a sword, or a man's pocket money. Yeah, money in a man's pocket by lightning. And he even termed it, without burning the pants, he termed it cold fusion.
Ah.
So we're talking 1751. Benjamin Franklin, U.S. founding father, is talking about literally heat without melting without heat, like and he called it electrical fire during lightning strikes. Yeah, that's what he would call it. Like a sword would melt inside the scabbard, like the holder. So that's pretty wild. Okay. Yeah. So that is quite amazing, and yeah. So we've covered those, and yeah. Because the thing is that when you couldn't make the last live stream, although when we had it, I covered these stuff, and I was wondering, yeah, should we go over these again, or do you have something that you want to discuss, or because you had, I think you had an overview of how you got ChatGPT to analyze what happened, and so on.
Yeah, because I've only been like into this the last 6 months, so I've had a lot of information to squeeze into my head. So I hadn't looked too much into the do possibility.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started looking into it because I thought it's about time. But I couldn't get my head round. I needed a scenario. And I managed to get ChatGPT to give me a scenario that uses all the things that I know about it. Yeah. And to explain how the explosion and the hole and the 3D projection and how that could all be involved. And like the explosions in the bottom of the tower, whatever would that have happened to Hurricane Erin? And you know, it wouldn't tap, because I was thinking in my brain that obviously that Hurricane Erin, did they use energy from that hurricane, and the hurricane, that's why it moved suddenly after 9/11. But ChatGPT said that because of it was off the coast, the energy fields, like the energy in, and there was a storm the night before, so the energy would have been fully charged, and the towers are like big antennas, so they would have already been charged objects. So if another energy field interacted with that in the air, that's how you could have got the orbs that you could see because it's charged. And if 3D projection was ionized and plasma, or something to do with plasma, and then was a fast moving energy effect into the tower, that would cause the explosion in the hole, and then it would send a charge up and down the buildings. that would vibrate them. That's why you'd get explosions in the stairwells and the lobby and things like that. And then that would make it that vibrate until it turns to dust.
Yeah, that's
And that helped give me a possible scenario of how.
Yeah.
I found it interesting because it used everything in it, and it said it like when you told me to ask you about the Hutchison effect, and then it was it was it did tell me how how their Hutchison effect effects that would happen, like the vibrating. It depends on the fast energy that hits the tower. And I kept asking, what about the white jets? Could they be involved in some way, like with the projection or the energy or something? But it would not entertain that at all.
Yeah. It's the same. Initially, I had that thought about the mystery planes, but I think first of all they're conventional. They're just a regular Boeing, and they're way too slow relative to the objects going on. And the people that turn towers to dust, I would assume if they were in an aircraft, they would be much nicer than just a regular Boeing. Because those ones are slow, they're big, but I think those were I think those were just like observing, like they were there to observe what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other part is I was gonna ask, did I send you the mystery flashes set up here? Did I send you these ones? Have you looked at the mystery flash? Okay, so these antennas apparently were installed like shortly before 9/11, and it had a pretty good view. That's pretty interesting. But there's flashes everywhere. I have a 6-minute compilation.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I did a video on it because the orbs and things. That was interesting. The UFO people because of the orbs.
Yeah, this one, but these are like some of these are just like flashes, and some of them you could see that's coming from an antenna. So you could see if you look very carefully at, for example, I'll play this here. If you look carefully at, remember when the tower turns to dust at the end? This one here.
Yeah.
If you look carefully, there's the antenna is flashing the entire time. This one right here, yeah, right here. So
I'm gonna get closer.
Yeah, well, this one, and I put labels here, blinking telecommunications mast. These are the ones that were installed like shortly before 9/11. It just interesting. They had some diesel generators there, but I just found this one interesting. So that's one of the sources of flashing. It's like flashing. You're gonna see it. It's very hard to see. You need to like, okay, there's zoom in. And there's a flash. So you can see a flash there. There's another flash. And there's another flash. It's very hard to go. So that's the thing when I go pixel by pixel to see what happens. So there's some flash. And then you can see some static, and the camera starts static interference on it as it falls. But again, there's a whole bunch of everywhere around. There's like flashes here. There's a big one. See that big one? So whenever you see it, there's there's some that are like really big, and this is a weird thing. He just starts blobbing up. But anyways, I put everything there. I want to get to this here. There's also
I've seen it.
Yeah, there's okay. This one is
those are squibs, don't they? I've seen videos where they zoom into them as squibs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen those squibs. But it's just like this video. I just show like literally dozens of just random flashes and so on. That's just something just to keep an eye on. And I start seeing them anytime I see old footage of 9/11. I will see it. Like for example, here's a spire, and you see over there. There's another flash. It's like just where's the flash coming from? And another one, and it's like that one I think is from the mast. And there's another one randomly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what ChatGPT was explaining, that as I was already charged.
Yeah. That's
so
what.
If thing is introduced.
Yeah,
then it would cause static heat. So that would make sense, hypothetically.
Yeah, it is. And so I got another message from the doctor. She says, imagine the whole WTC was sitting inside a giant microwave oven. If anything is floating around, it would look like sparks. Yeah. So like
because if you put metal into a microwave, it's...
We'll do one right now, actually. Microwave, let's go metal in a microwave oven. And I will show you some. I'm not sure if you've seen these videos before. Okay, this metal microwave oven is not that dangerous. Okay, interesting. This guy's a bit sometimes fun. I'm gonna see what this guy. I just want to see something explode. Microwave explosion or just sparks. Okay, I'm gonna just see what happens here. This guy might just get a. Just want to get to a video. Let's see a video here.
I was expecting some good arcing. Nothing. Nothing.
This one did nothing there. Okay, that one didn't do anything. But is there anything? Yeah. So apparently metal, not all metal. Some of these. I'll put metal in the microwave. Oh, well, because the thing is, you could put this. I just want to see what. Is there anything aluminum foil fire? Okay, aluminum foil fire here.
After placing the tin foil in the microwave, we set the microwave for 20 seconds and start it up.
So 20 seconds, what happens here with aluminum?
As you can see, the tin foil will immediately start arcing, emanating a blue glow. Why do you think this occurs? Because the tin foil is metal and conducts electricity, the metal immediately begins to have a current when the microwave starts. The electricity on the metal jumps over the spaces between the ripples on the surface caused by crumpling the foil into a ball. When the microwave is stopped, the current goes away, and the foil is back to normal.
Yeah, so you can have flashes like that. Yeah, and have you seen the Hutchison effect, the ones with the flashes? I mean, the ones with the similar fires, like the electrical fires? Have you seen that one that I posted? No. So this is, if you go to Hutchison here, I made a compilation of the flashes, or this one here. So high frequency electrical discharges, and then so here is some of the setups here, and because I put a link to the type of frequencies he was sending. He was sending. I'll open a bigger image. So these were the frequencies he was sending. Basically, for satellite communications, Wi-Fi range, he was using super high. Yeah, he's using super high frequency. Basically, the wavelength is about 10 to 1 centimeter. So basically, about 2 centimeters around there. That's the kind of wavelength of the waves that John Hutchison was using in his setup. But similar to, you know, Hurricane Aaron has a static field. That's what John actually does. He actually has it like a Van de Graaff or some other similar Tesla coil setup where he generates a static electrical field, and then he fires the microwaves at it.
Oh.
Yeah. So
yeah, because that's something new to me that I haven't gone into as much yet, because it's something that I'm going to be going into. So I don't know as much about it. I'm a newbie.
Yeah. Okay, Methyl Miner says, I tried softening butter with tinfoil and it caught on fire immediately. Interesting. Yeah, so this is a boat right here. And you can see some discharge fires right here. This is a Hutchison effect. Some of them is whenever it touches metal things. Some of them are just sporadic. And
not the cars.
Yeah. So that's the thing. And what's cool about this is the water. You can see the shape of the frequencies.
Oh yeah.
You'll see it soon. So right now it's not as much, but you're gonna see it once he turns it up. But you see this thing once the metal touches it. Okay, here I'm fast forwarding, and then you're gonna see some more. So I basically clipped up all the parts. This is like multi-hours, but I shrunk it just to find the parts that were sparking.
Yeah.
And then you can see the ground. Yeah, so there's another spark. And then some of them are without needing to contact anything. Yeah, so that's because there's like a metal piece just standing randomly there.
Yeah.
And you can see some other ones. I'll keep going here. I put it all into this. Okay, so here's another setup. So yeah, can you see the ground there? And can you see the water?
Yeah.
Wait, right here. See that shape? Okay, now wait. We'll do that. But now I'm just looking to. Okay, there's another. See that static right there? It's like random things start. Okay. I pretty much find every single pixel. Okay, there's another one. See that? A random another one. So it's in a static field, and he's literally firing like super high frequency microwaves that are like this millimeter wavelength. So basically, think about the ether vibrating this much.
Right.
And it circles around this entire thing. He was trying to. This is the Philadelphia experiment boat. He was trying to do a mini Philadelphia experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if I go here, and you can see the ground. Yeah, so you see how the waves on the surface as it does that. See, just before, look at the waves as you can see the patterns, and now you can see a fire coming out everywhere.
Yeah.
This is remarkable.
It is remarkable.
I want to actually start getting some of these experiments on. Yeah, and yeah, so the whole thing is, and it's weird electrical fires, and that's something I want to test out. Get a static field and see what happens. And
that'd be good.
but it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Like a Tesla coil. Like see how the headphones on, right? See,
Yeah.
I've done it where I did a live stream when I was actually playing around with the Tesla coil. But if I click it, if I touch it with a spoon and the discharge happens, I can hear it and it almost bursts my eardrums.
Oh no!
Like
yeah, be careful then.
yes. So basically, like this is like pretty much like like an antenna. See how like inside your headphones is like a thin wire. So imagine that discharge vibrates this, so you can literally like burst like this becomes like a giant signal on it. It's like an antenna. It's basically it gets that signal and just bursts your like, eardrums for some reason. Yeah. So yeah, and then now this one's pretty cool because I show the frothing. You can see that's an aluminum can, and notice how it's going to start turning into a fire, but now look at the frothing up of the bottom there. See the water there?
Yeah.
And it's all with just microwaves and static field in the background. And he has a
wow.
And occasionally, and he has also a giant discharge thingy where as it builds up charge, there's a big giant discharge. Okay, now look at he does this with water, and he told me that it was not hot. So he's able to literally vibrate the water so aggressively that it froths up without heat.
That's amazing.
So this is like we're literally looking at a miniature 911 type setup here.
Yeah.
So that's that is that one there. Yeah, no, that's amazing, and yeah, and yeah, the whole
and it's done it where the metal vibrates to dust.
He's had some that turn to dust. He's had some that warps. Have you seen the one that's a solid sphere? Well, this one is a really telling one. This was a rare one that I first uploaded it. That was like never before seen because they gave me the hard drive, and I was able to. It was like an hour and a half, and I compressed it. So these see this this scissors. These were all split with using microwaves. Like all this was cut, and I have some footage. Okay.
Our coil is actually from 1980 on up to 89. A humming sound you do hear there, I don't know if you can hear it or not, is the main transmitter, a CM11, and we're
and he talks about, but so this is like a material called bakelite. So it's like rubber, it's like thick rubber surrounding steel. So it's a very this is like used for industrial purposes. So it's super strong, and also the frame is steel. The frame is basically it's super strong. But look what happens, and I speed it up 60 times speed. Can you see what's happening to it?
Oh yeah.
And that's styrofoam at the bottom. And this is styrofoam at the bottom. So there's no heat. So there's no heat, and there's wood there. And watch what's happening to it.
Composite rubber blocks, or whatever they are. They're your samples.
Yeah, and watch what happens to it. It starts at 30x speed, and I have one that's a minute long.
Famous Hathaway camera we're using here.
Yeah, I'll go over here.
Or is it me?
Okay, I'll go here. It starts moving, and
so I'm gonna disappear here, and I think I have to adjust something.
So the way he does it, it's and I'm pretty sure why he's like one of the only ones like in the public that does this. Is because you need to. He runs his experiment for like hours, so like
yeah.
So he runs it, and it's not. And look how it's moving. See, he literally he caused it to move from there to there, and then watch what happens to the whole thing. He starts turning to. Yeah. Okay. So it's doing that, and now it starts like cold melting, and so I actually I did a time lapse of this, and you can see it slowly. I'm gonna speed it up. Yeah, you can see it's slowly melting. See that? This is just one setup, and I'll show you some other stuff that shows you. Some of them he has turned like steel into powder, like literally into dust.
Everything's on automatic, running okay.
Okay. Here's the big one here.
Mr. Chen, what that?
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just go to the fast forward one, just because. But you could watch the full one there. So here's I made it 180x speed, so you can actually grasp this magical thing here. So here's 1 minute. So I put like an hour and a half into 1 minute.
Ah.
Yeah, no, the RF fields are interfering with the camera.
And notice what he said as well. He said the RF fields, the radio frequency fields, are interfering with his camera.
That's the principle of using RF too.
And similar to 9/11 had glitches. Yeah. So now here's 1 minute, 1 second. Yeah. So 1 second is 1 minute. That's 60 x speed. So look at it's melting, and the styrofoam is not heated up.
Oh yeah.
So that's styrofoam. That's you can literally just rub it and it'll turn hot. It will turn like you can melt it. And now 6x speed, and then there's a movement. There's a movement. So this is an hour and a half. So someone needs patience like John Hutchison and a giant equipment like John Hutchison. And and needs to be like literally, risk is some of this is pretty dangerous. Like you're risking your own life. But John is pretty he's safety thinking. Yeah. So see that melting there, and it's separated. The steel separated, and so on.
Yeah.
And now we'll go to the famous one. Have you seen the famous one? The iron block. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the famous one. And then John told me there's actually a small void inside. It's called a casting hole.
Yeah.
Where it's like just excess air that was in when they casted it in. But this is, so this is pretty cool stuff. And then I want to show the one with the dust, Hutchison.
Yeah.
This one, no, this wasn't filmed directly, but this was, I'll go to you right here. This is Hathaway. Yeah, this one. Okay, this is you got the photo of it. So this was a rare photo of the Hutchison effect steel sample. Just after the end of it was literally fragmented, aka dustified into many small pieces. So this one right here, that the whole top portion turned into just fragments like that. And this was and this sample was also tested by that was cut off and tested by Bob Greener. And now here's in 1993, George Hathaway, he described it and he said that John witnessed it. So we have so I'm trying to get sample. Yes, so I couldn't get an actual footage, but this guy from 1993, he was working with John and he describes it.
What I have is this sample of steel. It's a 2.5 inch in diameter steel shaft piece, and the top of it blew apart and crumbled like a cookie onto the board which was supporting it. And there are all sorts of different fracture patterns there. We'll take a look at some scanning electron micrographs of the surfaces of some of these pieces in a moment.
Yeah, so that's the kind of steel sample. Yeah, that's the kind of steel sample, and he said it was literally the top portion turned to dust, and so on. So it's pretty
Yeah.
No, that's and now here's another one from this clip from John Alexander, where he said that so he so there was a piece of PVC that was pulverized and disappeared, and a steel file that glowed and white hot and split apart. And I'll show you this right here. This is again I posted this just to illustrate like the towers. Yeah, like stuff turning to dust is a property of the Hutchison effect. Play it right here.
Oh, some of the material we saw, and for instance, they showed me had a crankshaft. Remember, he's grabbing crap literally out of the junkyard, and had exposed to it. They took it to BC Hydro for testing, and the same piece of metal on one end is case hardened steel, on the other end is soft as lead, and it just from being exposed to things. We had PVC that literally was pulverized and disappeared. Another one, they took a rat tail file, put it between two wooden boards, put it in there, it lit up just like, remember the old incandescent light bulbs? We have a wire across there, and just like that, it lights up. Got to the point the whole file, which is as big as my finger, just lit up and broke apart.
Split in two.
The interesting piece was, it had been white hot, they reached in and picked it up, and it was cold.
That was pretty risky.
Yes.
All right, so that's John Alexander talking about that. Yeah, and No, that's fascinating. And I was gonna say, do you have the link to your ChatGPT conversation? If you wanna send it, do you have that link or no? Because you send me like screenshots and photos, but like, does ChatGPT not have like a?
The conversation was about God knows how many hours long. That's why I only sent you the portion.
Yeah, no, I know, but with me, I can just power through like I just want to see I just want to like, search up for keywords. Yeah, I'll just search for keywords, and then we can go from there. And yeah, and about the technology used and so on. There was another thing I when I have a chance, I'll try to make just a post about the Bob Greener paper that he discussed. Have you seen that one? But yeah, I'll go to this one here. This is the Bob Greener one where he talked about there's a patent about coherent matter used as a what is it called? Coherent used for cloaking. And yeah, so it's like, matter waves. So we're talking about ionized plasma and so on. There's like a patent. Okay, this is a full discussion. This is from I'll play this one here just to get his thoughts. This is about the technology, possible technology. So making coherent matter waves, matter wave beams, and their capabilities. Basically, like matter, like electrons and other ions. So let's play it right here.
Matter wave projectiles and missiles, directed energy weapons.
Wait, you said matter wave projectiles and missiles. This is I want to get to the before we get to that, I want to get to the patent. This is from Lockheed Martin, 2011.
There's another name.
Okay, so Lockheed Martin, 2011, is talking about, and 11, 22, 20. They dated patent they got in 2016, but they filed it. Was it 2006? What does this mean? How do you know when? Okay, filed it. Wait, patent documents to. I look when was the original date that they did stuff. But anyways, so this is systems and methods for generating coherent matter wave beams. Okay, and then let's see
Is that to do with cloaking?
They include so matter wave beams, but they include many things. So you can do a missile. So it includes right here. Examples of applications for coherent matter wave beams may include single bath thermal energy extraction, ultra-sensitive accelerometers, and interferometric tracking of air/space crafts, a more accurate alternative to global positioning systems, matter wave projectiles and missiles, directed energy weapons, matter wave optics and cloaking, matter wave emission and propulsion, matter wave solitons, high energy collision, high energy, fast
moving, effect.
Collision, high precision matter optics, atomic clocks, tests of physics constants, and other suitable applications. Unlike lasers, where resonance may be the agent in phase modification for maybe.
That means absolutely nothing to me. But what I picked
I'm just trying to find out your resonance alone. Yeah, go on.
High energy effect, like fast moving high energy effect. That's what my ChatGPT said.
Yeah, and now here's what Bob Greener he reads this out, but he has and then he ties it into 9/11, where he made an example of like cloaking a Tomahawk missile using matter wave. I just want to see what this is just one. This is one idea. I have an evolving thought process on what the actual object was. I think the object was cloaked. But the explosion and the hole, I think that was done. It's like externally, like how like did you see that example I made about? I posted on my Telegram about a fly swatter. You know what a fly's and it just hits it. It just automatically gets zapped.
Yeah.
I think that's how one possibility of because remember the thing that's going fast, it needs to be somewhat close to the explosion timing. So
yeah.
And basically, you have the entire tower. If it's like it's basically like charged up, and then right when it hits, they'll explode. And I'll play this right here. I'll play a bit of this.
Energy weapons, projectiles, and matter wave projectiles and missiles, directed energy weapons, matter wave optics and cloaking. Cloaking? This is where light is able to go through it and reflect off the thing behind and come back. There's a researcher out there called Thunderfoot, and I think he did an experiment where they got, I think it was potassium and sodium, mixed it together and put it onto water. And they used very high speed photography, and what they observed is that this silvery metal, as it was going around on the water, first it was silver and it was going around on the water, then it went, I think, black, and then it goes absolutely transparent. So something is happening, something is going on in that mixed metal such that it's changing its optical properties. It's going from being something that light cannot pass through and it reflects to something that light can completely go through. And then it's suddenly, all of a sudden, you have this explosion in the form of the sodium and potassium on water. And the explosion, it was found out, or supposed, much later down the line, that this was a Coulombic explosion. This means there is far too many electrons than the material could hold itself together with. So they went in, they went in, they went in. Now, you could argue how that would happen. So it's actually changing optics. The other thing is you could, make something potentially, just like you can put energy in, you could extract it. So you could maybe change the optics of an area of space, like say somewhere up in the sky, and you could make it appear like it's almost like a solid, like certainly like light's not able to get through it very much. So for instance, in a military application, you might have you might have a building you wanted to knock down. So I've got this little adapter here as my virtual building, and in here I've got my Tomahawk cruise missile, and it's coming in like this, like this. Now, I didn't want anyone to see that this was a Tomahawk cruise missile. So you use this scalar interferometry with a template, and you basically overlay the mask of, say, an aircraft or something like that. You know the position precisely of your Tomahawk cruise missile, and you just overlay this sort of black blob. I mean, it's not great, but you're basically changing the optics around the device to cloak it. Literally, it says, and cloaking. So you're literally throwing a cloak over this thing in the shape of a plane, and it comes in. Now, the problem is, of course, that if you wanted everyone to see the illusion from this side, you would have to keep the illusion going for all of the time that it's going into the building that you're attacking. But the problem is if the building isn't as wide as the illusion, and you don't turn the illusion off soon enough, then the illusion might poke out the other side. So people might see something that doesn't look like anything's happened to it, but it's come out the other side. So you need to be very careful. And really what you would want is you would want to have a mask for your illusion. You would want to have that mask so that it then changes at the point that it starts to go through the building. The other thing is if you had an impact explosion or some sort of explosion for whatever reason, the plasma there would change the nature of the physical vacuum, and that would mask also this illusion. But if the illusion got outside, the vectors of the scalar interferometry got to the point where it was outside the plasma, you would see the nose cone again. So you would basically have to be very clever. But the most important thing is you'd want to keep the illusion of whatever it was that's going into the building. And actually, in this other book by Tom Bearden here, he talks about this scalar interferometry, and you can see the same graphic here as it had in the 1984 paper.
Yeah, I want to buy this book actually. This is Tom's Bearden. It's pretty fascinating. So you got this interferometry, like interwaving beams that can cause energy extraction or energy input. In other words, you can create an explosion that's cold or hot. So
and it says here energy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's making a lot of sense for another hypothetical situation.
Yeah, and this is like from the 80s. So he's dead, but this is 1963 he's talking about, like the 1960s, 70s, 80s. This is very early on, and he was also on a CNN report.
84 paper. I was born in
1984. Yeah. Oh, 84. Nice, yeah. I was born in 88. I was born in 88, so we're no. Yeah, so
I'm old.
Yeah, so basically, it's like when you think of an explosion, right? Like what actually happening is like you having a conventional one is you have too much energy into a localized setup, so then it just bursts everything out.
Yeah.
But now you can have it kind of like the reverse, where you just take apart energy. So you have just energy general, and you just take it all apart, instead of like inputting it in. So you're basically making that entire zone colder instead of making it hotter.
Right.
Effect in distant zone may be either heating or cooling, and slow rising or fast explosive. So you can slowly rise it up like you're having a warm day, or you can literally blow stuff up. Specific patterns of local ST curvature, space-time curvature, and dynamics engines may also be produced. So if you wanted to create a pattern within a, the interfering zone, you can effectively create a change in the way the local space-time interacts with light. So this is effectively changing its dielectrical properties, or making it so it can't pass light or whatever. So you can end up creating some sort of cloak there. So he's describing it here in this.
Okay, I think he mentioned, did he mention cloaking too? Easily pass, okay. And also getting a message from the doctor. Electronic waves, fly swatters have a positive and negative grid. The fly has to touch both in order to get fried. A tiny gnat that can't reach both grids at the same time doesn't get fried. Interesting. But I think that there was something like where anything here nearby was like, some of them, maybe a fly swatter, but there's other setups where you can actually just fry them if you just get close. I think that's how it is. But anyways, yeah. So you get the.
Did you send me the link to that?
Oh, this one?
Because that is. Yeah, please.
Yeah, for sure. And so Norman also, Norman made me aware of this one. I'll put a link to this, or also I'll just forward you. Here's a timestamp. So this one has a timestamps that don't Norman sent. So I'll just do Mystic. Now this is a great one. And I'll show you the fly swatter setup. This is one I was thinking about, just because like timing matters. So timing matters. Where's the fly. Yeah, so the timing of the explosion and hole formations in each tower on 9/11 was of utmost importance. Yeah, so have you had a chance to see this one? Or no?
No.
So this one is just to give you the idea, like that. So timing, this is the key part. Initially, I was thinking like maybe like a missile type setup where a missile goes in and like a bunker bust and explodes.
Yeah.
But I'm leaning towards not that, like, but an actual still a device that's in the air, that's cloaked, and then I do like that matter wave thing, and I'll describe why I think it's not just a full projection, like if you have a projection, and then sometimes it's glitchy, it'll be completely gone. Sometimes it's there, yeah. But I think it's like the actual wing properties are changing, so it looks like it's invisible, as opposed to like a hologram where it's not there. I think it's just like I think there's like a wing, and it suddenly it looks like it's invisible. But if you were there, you can probably still like touch it or whatever it was made of. So I'll play this right here just to give you an idea. This is a comparison of the first and the second impacts. So they have to be roughly good enough. Like the second one wasn't that good. Like it was faster, with like 100 miles an hour faster. So the explosion was after, like, look how far inside the building it is before it explodes. And I do the slow motion, and I go back, and I go slow. So now here's a super slow, and then you can see the both of them. Well, this one, they both have a like a discharge thingy right when there's an impact. There's like a discharge. Have you seen that flash? The one that strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm making a compilation now. Just when I have time, I'll try to finish it up. I want to do it before. I want to make that as possibly. Yeah. So anyways, so see how the timing matters. Like imagine it went all the way through, and then there's an explosion. Like or imagine it was going there, it explodes, and then it goes in. Like imagine it's going there and explodes, and then it goes in. So like you have to. Yeah. So it needs to be exactly timed, and that's where I got this part, this idea, the fly swatter. So here's a fly
How
swatter.
a bug zapper works.
Bug zapper works.
Electricity enters the bug zapper and goes to the transformer. Here, the electrical charge is increased from 120 volts to over 2,000. The voltage is then applied across the two inner wires.
I'll play this on the YouTube. It's just Telegram doesn't play that well on the version.
Yeah.
How a bug zapper works.
So here's the YouTube one. I'll just here's how a bug zapper works. It gives you an idea, and look at the metal cage on there. So think of the towers as this giant metal cage as well.
Electricity enters the bug zapper and goes to the transformer. Here, the electrical charge is increased from 120 volts to over 2,000. The voltage is then applied across the two inner wire grids. The grids are separated by a 2mm gap, which is about the size of a small insect. The ultraviolet lights are then used to attract any unsuspecting bug that comes near. To protect people and pets, everything is housed in a protective casing. Now to demonstrate how a bug zapper accomplishes its function. For that, we need an unsuspecting bug. This one should do just fine.
Yeah, so there's our plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And similar wings too. You know, the wings are like they're semi-transparent.
Mesmerized by the light, the bug flies towards its death. As it crosses the space between the two wire grids, it completes the electrical circuit. It then gets zapped with 2,000 volts of electricity and is vaporized.
Yeah, so that's one idea. And then there's this video game, the Zelda video game has this is a very similar idea. This is this Zelda video game. Watch what happens here. So this one, she creates an electrical field, and then the guy shoots an arrow. Right when it hits, she does like a giant lightning strike. But look at this setup here. So it just reminds me of 9/11. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it does. So this video has like no views, but I just know it. I just feel like it's something there. So she does a. So what she'll do right here. Okay, so she'll create a giant static field. Yeah. So anyways, so we just solved 9/11.
No, the static field could.
Yeah.
If that's involved, that could be like from the storms. Is that right? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, that's one possibility as well. Is that the hurricane is there? Is a giant static field. They might have another ability, but the hurricane is there, and yeah, you saw that the lightning. I mean, there was a storm before, and you saw those. You saw. Did you see the weird cloud formations as well in the morning?
Yeah, just like the thin.
Yeah, on 9/11. Yeah, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I do want to play that. Actually, want to get back to this document. I'll send this to you as well, so that we have a good reference. I'll send this to Mystic.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So I'll send you this one. This is that document over there, and yeah. So I'll keep the Hutchinson one, and then I was gonna look up. What was I gonna look up? And I was gonna play. Oh yeah. So if I go, yeah, P9/11. So this link is a good one to also bookmark as well. Like I put pretty much all the thumbnails of even and the trailers, like thumbnails and links to everything. There's all my 9/11 stuff, including like for example, if you go to here, there's our Mystic one, MES 9/11 live streams and thumbnails. So you can see all of them here, every single one I've done. Yeah, see, this is the OKC. There's the spooks, and there's the this guy with the giant eyes. That's Patrick. That's Patrick and David. Yeah. So I'm gonna go here. Oh, you saw it? You like that one? I used AI. I used AI. I'm like give him boogie eyes, and it's like it did it. All right. So I'm gonna go and the one I wanted to show was this is one of the ones that have you had a chance to look at this one? This one probably took me like probably the longest time. This one.
No,
here.
but I'll go through it.
This one is probably I highly recommend. Like, oh, actually, no, I know this is the second part. This is the one here. This is a short clip from this one. This is the one that I tell people, if you're looking at 9/11, just stop what you're doing, watch it. It's like an hour and a half, but
yeah,
it's just footage of weird anomalies like electromagnetic effects of 9/11. So here's World Trade Center. And it took me probably like 8 months, just like on and off working on it, just getting all these stuff. So what I do is and basically I took like all the hours of footage and then I went through anytime I would speed through, and anytime there's a weird effect I would crop it up, put in there, but also include the speed up version. So So for example, here's 8:46 a.m. Watch what happens here.
I just want to get also.
See the camera glitch?
Yeah.
But then there's explosion. But I actually calculated it that the explosion is actually far away where it happens, and then the sound takes time. So this static interference is actually after the explosion. But so that's the now it explodes.
What the hell was that?
And notice what they said. They said, "What is that?" So they don't realize a giant plane just flew over.
Yeah.
They don't look up. Hey, what's going on?
It sounded like a plane crash.
Thomas Canavan's watch. This guy stopped. His watch stopped working, and yeah, this guy described his stop. Yeah. So and you see, I include a lot of static interference like this one here.
Again, you're seeing the live pictures here. We have no further details than that. We don't know anything about what they have concluded happened there.
Yeah. So that's and it's basically I highly recommend just going through all of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through that.
Yeah, just like watch it, like make it like a movie night. Just get some popcorn and just watch it. This is
Yeah.
especially the building 7 part had the most static interference. And what's
Did it?
interesting
I
is
don't notice.
have you noticed that? But building 7 had the most.
No, I don't notice the building 7.
Well, that's okay. You know how building 7 was turning dust for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
Have you seen that compilation I've made or Have you had a chance?
No.
Okay, okay. This is a.
There's a lot. I admire. There's a lot I've watched, but there's also a lot I haven't.
No. This guy's pretty interesting. So his contact lens actually melted to his eye, but his eye didn't burn.
Ah.
So and
I've
contact
not
lens.
seen that.
Yeah, and
Oh.
if plastic melts in his eye, like he's blind forever. But look at this. Look what he says right here.
50% of my body.
He was apparently the last survivor of 9/11, or something like that.
My contact lenses were melted to my eyes. So,
how did they deal with that?
I don't know. Optometrist or ophthalmologist peeled them off, I think, and I went through extensive testing on my eye.
Yeah. So just peeled off his contact lens, and yeah. So I want to go back to the electromagnetic setup here because I do a compilation of stuff here. Okay, I'll go over to here. Yeah, this is the so we have the giant hurricane, right?
Environment. Yeah.
There was also a thunder. Now this is the thunderstorm part I wanted to show because it's like thunderstorm in New York City on the day before 9/11, and it was a thunderstorm. So you have similar setup. Remember that fly swatter, the and also the Hutchinson like static field. And even that video game, the static field setting up. September 10th, 2001. Yeah, so those are pretty big lightning strikes right there. And I'm pretty sure this guy's from the towers filming because he's pretty high up. In the morning of September 10th. These are the ones I'm saying. You saw these ones?
Yeah.
So this is the morning. Yeah, it's just like a few hours. There were strange cloud formations surrounding the Twin Towers. Yeah. And that's many buildings near. Yeah, there's a small holes, and then there's the helicopter one. So this was like there's holes in New Jersey, on the street for some reason. This one right here.
What's that?
Yeah, but you could see the hurricane. So this is the morning of 9/11. You've seen this one or no? Like where there's a giant hole like in the street, like about 32.
What's that before?
This is morning of 9/11.
I think I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, but so she's in a helicopter. What's interesting is you can see the hurricane when she looks at, because you know a lot of the videos they always show the Twin Towers from like, they always look at it from the east, or from the south, or from the north. So they always look at it from so here's the thing, they always look at it from the east, the north, and the south. Very few look at it from the west, because if you look from the west, you'll see the hurricane. So look, so she's on a helicopter and she looks from the west looking east, and she sees the giant hurricane. Watch it. On the morning of 9/11, there was also a giant hole in the ground on 86th Street in New Jersey, which is a 30-minute drive from the WTC. Okay, and then I have a crop that you can see the outer bounds of the hurricane. Okay, so these are. Yeah, those are all the hurricane there. Remember how it was a crystal clear day? But I'm like, yeah, but you could see the hurricane if you're looking at it from the west. It's not crystal clear if you look at it from the west. So that, and then you can see the entire bands of the hurricane, and also the glitching, the video glitching. Yeah, and yeah, so you should be able to see. So that's all the hurricane over that side.
Wow, I've not seen that.
Yeah, so
Talk about a rough
ride.
Yeah, so you could see a lot of stuff there. Yeah, there's a whole lot of.
So what's the hypothetical reason for that hole being there so early?
That hole, well, that was in New Jersey, and well, that's something we could throw to AI, but it's either, well, you have to list the options. Is it a coincidence, or is it maybe some?
Yeah, it seems too weird to be a coincidence.
Or it could be, let's say, or it could be unintentional, like the guy's running. So there's basically what the thoughts in my head are. Let's say it's coincidence. That's one option, which is just a lazy one. The number two would be, let's say they accidentally were testing out their weapon system, and they accidentally made some holes there. But I think, and I just came to my head now, I think they made the hole so that the traffic is increased over the bridge, over the Brooklyn Bridge, and so on. So now you're gonna have basically people are gonna be busy, stuck in traffic, and it won't be in their normal routine and so on. So it just adds an extra layer of people are too busy, to pull out their camera and start filming. Because well, but the thing is, it was in the morning, so that's just. But if you have any other idea, or you can ask Grok or ChatGPT. So
yeah.
So that whole
traffic one's that's a good possibility.
Yeah, traffic is one, but or they were
like what I think with Shanksville. I think Shanksville was like an accident. Like they didn't mean to do that there.
Yeah. You think Shanksville was an accident? Or
yeah, I think something went wrong.
Really? Because remember Shanks. This was like you know how when if you ever start something, you want to do a quick test to see if it works, like you warm up. If you ever play like baseball, you do. Yeah. This might be a warm up, just to weaken it, see if it works, and you get a whole. Okay, our weapon system is good to go. But anyways, that's just speculating there on what that is. But yeah, going back to Shanksville. So do you know the story, like about the heroic? Yeah, that's the story.
Yeah, I did a deep dive.
Yeah.
Into Shanksville.
And you know about the husband of the flight attendant that doesn't believe the official story? Have you seen that one? Or
yeah, no? I've posted about you.
May have seen that. Yeah, so the doctor says Shanksville will get the message, you're not safe anywhere. Okay, yeah, okay, that. So basically, I think none of those were accidents. If you could turn a tower to dust, you can do whatever you want on someone with no cameras. Like Shanksville has like no cameras. There's barely anything. You could tell them anything happened, and
yeah.
And what's interesting is apparently I have a source saying that where it landed, nobody lives there, so that and there's barely any nobody would be able to videotape. Like barely anyone is in that specific area where it landed. So it's like if they wanted to injure no one and not be seen by anybody, that's the part in Shanksville it would land in.
Yeah. I think in my head, I think something might have gone wrong.
Okay, maybe.
But it could have been done that for the story.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It could be gone wrong. What do you think would have gone wrong if you think it's
I think they were supposed to, because the low flying jet that was there like straight away, that was really low. All the witnesses that saw this jet just after the explosion.
Oh yeah, you've looked at that more. I haven't looked at that too much. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, there's a lot of witnesses that saw this. It came out of nowhere. They said this like plane that was low. It was really just above like the street lights. There's this one witness. I've got a clip of her, and she saw it, and it was about the height of the street lights. There's another woman that saw it. It was really low. It was really loud. But it was just after the explosion. It was coming from the site. And I wondered maybe something went wrong there.
No, I understand, but what do you think wrong? Because like I know I think those witness testimonies are credible. Like there's so again in this video thing I show random mysterious aircraft throughout the WTC. We have random ones flying across like before Building 7 falls. You have mystery planes. You know how there's mystery planes like when the aircraft, the second quote plane was flying. Yeah. I show mystery aircraft, mystery weird black thingies, some like weird special helicopters.
Someone saw a UFO, didn't they?
Yeah, the one's UFO. Yeah, I still need to call him. I'll try to call him next week. I have his number. I know his number somehow. The guy who saw the UFO.
Oh yeah.
I found his name somehow, so don't ask how. But anyways, so here's the Shanksville one. Yeah. But did you hear about there's angels at the someone described seeing angels at the flight?
The FBI agent saw.
Yeah, angels there, which is
angels.
Yeah.
And there is
From her front yard.
Yeah, but look at this giant hole. Yeah, they're going into this thing. That's
yeah.
And notice the wings there, the wing tips. Like, but where's the thingy? Yeah. So I wanted to show that.
Yeah, because it managed to crash and bury itself within seconds. Because there was witnesses. This man John Friegel.
Yeah.
He was there within a minute.
Wow.
And he saw nothing.
Yeah, I've seen him, and I had them all clipped. I had them saying like he saw nothing, but there's also levitation effects. Have you seen those around Shanksville?
Yeah, I've done a clip on that.
Yeah, so that's the thing about this. I pretty much put all these like in there, so it's like it's all as one giant video. It's a giant video, but like everything's there. You can see these guys here as well.
Crater crashed in an open field. All that you really see there is a huge crater. You can't even see it very well from our vantage point. A huge black gaping hole, as investigators are describing it. There is a lot of debris, most of it very small pieces of black charred remains.
No piece of wreckage was larger than a telephone book. No identifiable bodies were found. Just moments before Flight 93 crashed here, a passenger managed a cell phone call.
Someone was in a washroom calling a cell phone.
To the local 911 dispatcher.
Yeah, there was a cottage as well, wasn't there?
There was a what?
Sorry.
No,
there was a cottage, the cottage as well,
that
was lifting up the foundations and had the melted fridge.
Oh, melted fridge? Did it actually melt? I thought it was moved. Okay, I need to see that clip. So send that. But I have this one here. Play this quickly.
This crash or this.
Tell similar stories in similar stories.
Heard a big
or lifted.
Miles away.
Residents close by.
Well, also notice here. See the bottom? It says U.S. officials suspect Osama bin Laden. Okay, go back here. Look at the bottom. It says
around shake miles away.
Residents close by talk of how their bodies shook and were lifted.
Heard a big explosion, and it felt like lifting me right out of the chair. And ran outside.
That plane would come right for me.
They tell similar stories inside Snyder's corner store.
I heard this crash, and it literally took me right off my feet.
Carol Brandt describes what happened to an elderly friend as Flight 93 crashed.
It literally took her off her bed. She was laying down for a nap, and when she woke up, she was on the floor.
People who went to the scene, we spoke to one eyewitness a short time ago, said she saw lots of debris, but nothing very big. And in fact, that's what our pictures are bearing out, that the debris is very, very small.
I've seen the pictures. It looks like there's nothing there except for a hole in the ground.
Basically, that's right. The only thing you could see from where we were was a big gouge in the earth.
Yeah. So going back into the okay, one more thing. I want to open this up. You remember the magnetometer data, right? This is maybe for your article. You could. I want to emphasize this because.
I've done a bit of an article on it.
Yeah,
didn't go into too much depth. But I did an article comparing that with the, like, say it was the Earth woke up on 9/11.
Yeah.
So the seismic and the magnetometer data both matched up. So I've done an article on it.
No, definitely. But what I wanted to point out is so see how these lines. These are each event, each of the 4 quote planes. But notice here. This is during the Building 7 was turning to dust. All right, and notice the big giant parts like this one here. This is all during Building 7, and here's Building 7. and I have all it's.
Of course,
So it's glitching, and there's also mystery plane there. There's a lot of mystery planes during Building 7's dustification, and you can see the glitching of the camera.
Or the PJs is that these are the same people.
Wait, here's another mystery plane. I have another. So I'll show you some of the glitching. So here's Building 7. I mean, see the glitching happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's also weird mystery aircraft. So apparently, even the military's was all the aircrafts was down. Like even the military, no one was allowed to fly in U.S. unless you're like super top secret. So whatever's flying there is a super top secret. It's not a
Yeah.
because the entire airspace of like U.S. Pretty much should have been shut down, but I know the public, at least the public, was all shut down. So see that mystery airplane? This is a weird one. And it's also a flash. It's flash. It looks like a mystery helicopter. But the colors of it is strange. It might be a camouflaged helicopter, but it's flashing. I don't know. It just looks so weird. It's the weirdest shape I've seen, and it's throughout the whole thing. But you see the glitching. So I did fast forward, and then throughout the entire thing is just glitching. So most of the video is just Building 7 glitching. Well, not most, but like 30 minutes. Last 30 minutes is just Building 7. And I also point out everything else. So see and look how far away they are, and it's still glitching. And the most glitching, guess where they are right now? They're moving towards the hurricane. So basically, because remember, hurricane's on the east. So if you're looking at the towers, you're moving over towards her. So they're like a bit northeast. So there's a tip of Manhattan. So as they're getting closer to that hurricane, but again, the hurricane's behind them. It's like, why don't they just go over there and film? That's the thing I didn't. So there's very little footage of anything on the other side of these giant fumes, because then you would see the giant hurricane. Yeah, so you can be because the hurricane's behind them. Like that's what I mean. The hurricane's behind them. Like, did you see that clip of the NASA astronaut in the satellite that was looking at the fumes, and then he didn't look to his didn't look east, like it didn't move the camera slightly to see the hurricane? Have you seen that one?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, that's the part where it's like, can anybody just move their camera behind them? Like, does anybody not care? Like, and as they're flying, there's another mystery airplane. Even before it goes there, so there's another mystery one. This one's like white. And it's going pretty fast. Can you see that mystery object? Yeah, so basically, if you look at this, there's literally it's like Roswell. It's like you just see a bunch of aliens flying around. Yeah, so that's the one I definitely highly recommend. Again, just and I can't emphasize it enough. And then also I want to make a point. It's part 33, so I had to make it epic. I had to spend extra time. Because it's the third. Yeah, so I if it's the 33rd, I gotta make sure. Okay, so now there's some comments here. May 16th, some people commenting. Oh yeah, Chris Shack. Yeah, it's also May 16th, guys. There's gonna be a Chris Shack will be on the stream. We're gonna do pre and post predictive programming of 9/11, so that'll be pretty epic.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, and also apparently, so in Shanksville, apparently they found like the red bandanas, and someone says apparently there's knives in the story as well. Okay, yeah, Chris Jack says, hi, Matthew. Look forward to May 16th to discuss live stream pre and post. Yeah, definitely. So keep an eye out for that. All right, anyways, so that is me talking. So, did you send me the ChatGPT thing, or did you find it? Or
no.
Yeah.
I did.
No worries.
I'll do that now.
Yeah, and also, if I'm speaking too much, feel free to interrupt at any time because I can ramble. Can ramble.
I'm the same. I'm doing quite well for not rambling.
No, that's it's all good. But it's you're the guest, so you feel free to rumble as you wish. Let's see if I get go back to my other thingy. Okay, we're getting some yes. Okay, I'm just gonna close these.
I'm just showing you the link. There's 2 links because of branch stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to log into ChatGPT. Okay, let's see this. Mystic. Okay, there's ChatGPT. Let's see if it opens. Because I had some issues. Before you couldn't share things if it as an image, and now Okay, so you have it all. Okay, no, this is huge. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was having a very long conversation.
No, this is good. This is good though. So what I'll do is I go from beginning. So you can I'll log into my thing. It's been a while. I think I had it with Google or something. Okay, I think it was a personal one. I forgot what I used. But just so I can like add to it on my end. So you can just add it's on OpenAI. Oh, and apparently, did you hear what's happening? New York proposed a bill. They two bills or one or two, where they're yeah.
I just sent that the next conversation to myself.
Which one? Oh yeah, no, but it's good. Yeah, there's harp stuff in here. This is cool stuff. So you have it all in here. So what I'll do is now summarize in a table the key points of our conversations.
Oh yeah, my ChatGPT is called Orbit.
What is, yeah. Okay. Did you send me something else? That's another thing you said?
Yeah, because I branched off from that conversation.
So which one do you think is better? This one or the other one?
I don't know. They're both quite detailed.
And does ChatGPT have projects? Have you considered making a project?
Yeah, I have. I've got one.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So if you have a project, you could just share the project and then.
How can you?
I think you should be able to because I have one for like a Hudson effect and some other stuff. But regardless, I'll just do this here. Summarizing table. Yeah. So do you like this one or the other one? Which one is the one that you're more confident?
I can't remember which one.
Well, I'll do it anyways. I'm going to summarize and table the key points of our conversation in regards to the possible.
It's the hypothetical scenario.
In regards to the so you have to say that you can't just say 9/11. Hypothetical
scenario we discussed.
Yeah. Discussed. And the possible technology.
Yeah.
Involved for each specific event within.
I don't think I've gone into the other events, but I might have done.
Yeah.
I might have separate conversations.
Okay,
I'll have to show you the project.
Oh wait, Tammy says I thought you said next week and every other week from that date, so I'm very late to the show. Oh yes, sorry Tammy. No, well, the thing is I didn't have a stream last week. Yeah, so last week I didn't have a stream, and then so there's gonna be a gap. So then I'm like, yeah, so you can do this one, and then next week Mark Collin will be there, and I'll be back to my every other week, just because this one didn't take too much for today. So here's the scenario. So okay, making tables is probably the #1 thing that I use AI for.
I never thought of doing that once I've had a big conversation.
Yeah, no, I know, but now the thing is, so I could use AI to summarize your giant conversation. So like I don't need to go and read 500 pages. So I just go here. So hypothetical scenario, and you can let me know which is part that didn't get it right. So atmospheric becomes highly energized. This is the key one. I think it's even telling you that. So what happens? Simple idea. Thunderstorms and nearby hurricane activity leave the air full of electrical charge, sparkly air. All right.
It's saying that because I started off asking it to explain it to me like I was a 10-year-old.
Oh wow!
Because I did.
Yeah, go on.
That's why it might say it might sound very.
No, but that's good. That's good. It's I'm just lowering my chair. I was standing. Now I'm sitting. So I have a standing desk. I'm going back. Okay, now you can see my head. No, that's great. I have a joke. It's like you look at quantum mechanics. Like, explain to me like I'm 5. It's like, oh, explain to me as
I think that I've done that about quantum mechanics. Explain that to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
Yeah, it's like
explain it to me using sweets or something.
Yeah, explain to me like I got my brain scooped out and I can't function.
Yeah.
Explain to it like I'm a worm or something, or a amoeba or something.
It's because I'm not very scientific or mathematical or anything like that. So I was struggling to understand what it was trying to tell me. So I was like, tell me like I'm a 10-year-old, please.
yeah, definitely. Okay, Amir says he's having on next week. Yeah, so next week, guys, it will be Mark Collin. Just because this week didn't, because the thing is I already prepared for this 2 weeks ago, so I'm like, might as well just get it on here instead of waiting longer. So So here's the second part is hypothetical technology physics, atmospheric ionization, charged particles, storm electricity, weather systems like hurricane area could hypothetically contribute charge energy. Okay, that's hypothetical. Purpose, create a conductive environment where energy could theoretically travel more easily. That's a good point. That's a good point, I think. It's basically when you have it charged now, yeah, you can transmit things much easier. And that's the idea of like you know your battery, if you have like what they call like electrolytes, basically ionized like basically ions. Like if you have salt, and I think if you have water and salt, and then just mix them up, that pretty much becomes like a ionized solution or something like that, where you have.
That comes off that would come off like the sea, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'm just thinking like just in general, and then when you can conduct electricity through let's say water, and you just put salt and mix it. So for example here, I'll do this so you don't do not. We don't even need to ask ChatGPT for this one. Conducting electricity through salt mixed with water. Because the salt breaks up into their separate ions, so like the sodium and chloride. So you can basically, it's like a saltwater circuit. You can make a circuit just with salt water. So that is a good idea. But now we're talking about the air. So instead of salt water, we have the air that's getting ionized. So the actual oxygen and whatnot. So I'm gonna go. There's images.
Wouldn't there be salt in the air from the sea?
No, I'm just giving you the idea of like just to.
I know. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
That could.
Oh,
that's what.
Yeah, unless they have something. Yeah, unless they're going through the water for somehow. Oh no, actually no. I think you might be right. It could be from the vapor from the hurricane. Like you know, there's a whole charge setup. So that's something that I can ask it. So here's what I mean. Like you can make electricity, basically use water like salt water as a conductor.
Ah.
So that's kind of what I'm trying to. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because if you look at ChatGPT, what it said here. So atmospheric. So here's something we could ask it as well, because I have some science background, so we can ask it here. I'll hide the chat just so I can see some. Why can't I scroll to the right? Okay, I'm gonna go right back here. So if you look at right here, creates a conductive environment where energy could theoretically travel more easily. So if you were to make this with normal water, you probably wouldn't get a signal, or you get a super light one. So this one you can connect to lights, and then it's connected to the electrical wire. What is this setup here? I think he doesn't want to connect. Okay, so he's gonna start connecting. And he powers this fan. So he powers this fan, and now he's spinning it up. So it is conducting, and he has the battery there, but it's connecting through the salt bridge. And now the question I'm gonna ask ChatGPT quickly. So this create a explain this. Okay. Do you mean? Yeah, it's basically what kind of ions in the air would we expect? For example, in salt water, it would be Na and Cl. I think Cl minus whatever, etc. Okay, let's just quickly ask it this stuff. Stream interrupter. Okay, I'm waiting for the complete message. I don't know what's going on there. So we'll do this right here. Send. Yeah. So that's that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but anyways. So I'm gonna guess it's gonna be like vapor in the water. That's like separated. It could be very. Yeah. So basically, I'm asking what kind of ions is in the air. Anyways, so we'll go in the next setup. So air becomes partially ionized, plasma-like. This is highly energized air atmosphere. Okay, so now the air becomes partially. Okay, some of the air molecules lose electrons and become charged particles. Okay, so it's from the air then. Okay, so you have the oxygen. So oxygen would be, I think it's O2 in air. So it's separated. So plasma physics and ion physics gases. Charged air could theoretically act like a medium for directing electrical energy. All right. And then energy source is stored. A strong electromagnetic or microwave energy source interacts with the charged atmosphere. Directed energy weapons concepts sometimes discussed in relation to research programs like DARPA or ionospheric research like HARP provide the, quote, power in the hypothetical system. Okay, interacts. Okay, so so here's the key part. So you have the charged ions, but I do like how you set this up because I understand some of this stuff that they're discussing. So basically, if you have an ionized setup, and then you feed it in with electromagnetic energy, that can be stored into it. So that's pretty fascinating. You can store energy by firing it into this charged area. So basically, build up the charge. Energy moves through the ionized path. The energy follows the easier path through the ionized air towards a target area. Plasma channeling, similar in concept to how lightning follows ionized paths. That's okay. This is some fascinating stuff. Guides energy from its source towards the target. Okay, that's quite wild. Okay, structures act as attractors. Tall metal buildings could behave like lightning rods for energy moving through the air. And again, the towers were giant steel, like Faraday cages or some not fully Faraday, but just giant steel ground things. See some comments right here. Okay, it's yeah. So why did it teleport? Okay, let's go back up to the table. Yeah, so electrical grounding and electromagnetic coupling focuses where energy would discharge. Okay, so so you have ionized air, you're feeding in with a microwave or electromagnetic setup, and then now you have the structures are pretty much the antenna. Visible phenomena appear, flashes, glowing orbs, or light effects could appear as the energy travels through the air. Plasma glow, electrical arcing, ionized gas, luminescence could hypothetically explain reported flashes or light effects. Impact discharge. The energy rapidly releases when reaching the structure, producing explosions or damage. Electrical discharge, rapid heating, plasma expansion, final energy release at the target. It's pretty interesting. This thing's still not working.
It goes on about the plane underneath.
Okay.
That table.
Yeah, so I don't know what ChatGPT is doing, but also I use Leo AI on Hive blockchain if you ever it's probably the only one we're going to be allowed to use now. Because have you heard about so New York proposed a bill, like two bills that one of them they ban AI chatbots from providing medical advice or lawyer advice. So then, so if it passes, that means if you ask it, hey, give me a diagnosis or what do you think is wrong with my thingy, it might ChatGPT will say, yeah, will say I legally can't answer that. Which is ridiculous. Like, so yeah, so that's pretty good. And I want to show you one more thingy here. Okay, I'll open up the other chat box you sent. I'm gonna go over to this one. Okay, this is probably one of the most mind-boggling things. If you look at this paper, military. Okay, this is weather. Okay, weather. Yeah, so this was the controlling the weather, but this was the military 9/11. I'm gonna go weather paper. No, what weather paper? There's a paper that anthropogenic space weather. Okay, this was about weather, but there was I gotta find that. Okay, this is the thing. Why does it not find it? Effective directed energy weapons. I'm just gonna go keywords. I'm gonna go over here. Keywords. So I can search it better. Weather, hurricane. Okay, there it is. So I'm gonna say this. So this paper right here. Have you had a look? Have you ever seen this one before? This is 2009 U.S. U.S. Air Force paper. But if you read between the lines, what they say. So this is 2009. Optimizing the effectiveness of directed energy weapons with specialized weather support. So this is something you could feed into ChatGPT, like feed the entire paper to it. So
yeah,
it says maximizing the use of directed energy weapons. But then if you look at this, it's the same page. And also look at the Sun Tzu quote: "When the thunderclap comes, there is no time to cover the ears." But anyway, so if you look at the literally the second paragraph says, anticipating the changing nature of warfare is part of the responsibility that AFW shares with other parts of the Department of Defense DoD. After the terrorist attacks of September 11th, 2001, AFW cannot afford to wait for directed energy weapons events to happen and then react. All right? So what are the odds that they're talking about weather control, weather support, directed energy weapons, and they mentioned terrorism and 9/11? The same like.
It's amazing what you can find.
It's the same. Yeah, it's like literally what planet are we on right here? Yeah.
It's mad.
Yeah, no, that's I'm gonna open up the other ChatGPT you sent.
Yeah.
Okay, try comparing.
Ignore the graphics there because it wasn't producing the graphics I wanted it to.
Okay, yeah.
So ignore them.
Yeah, okay. These are the graphics, but also got a message from Josh, or a Reddit person. If you're all comfortable with, try comparing the photos of WTC fragments to Mystic's ChatGPT findings. Okay, that's something. So these were the fragments. So I got a sample from a person. So this Reddit person. So he sent me this setup. Basically saying the main building piece seems to be displaying a Hutchinson effect. So he sent me these samples. Oh, no, I mean, he sent me photos of this sample that he found from that he has from the WTC. I think he collected it or whatnot. Okay, oh no, so long story short, my dad did repairs on aircrafts American Airlines 11 here in Fort Worth, Texas, about 2 weeks before the 9/11. And since that day, I was at 13. I had trouble accepting the buildings were simply disappearing as a result of 2 aircraft strikes. And I will admit I was initially bamboozled by the group architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth, thinking that Judy Wood is some lunatic, until I finally decided to look further into her findings a few months ago. And over the years, I've acquired several. Oh yeah, so he acquired them. He's acquired several original WTC artifacts from before 9/11. Since those buildings continued to mean a lot to me. Wait, since before or from, or do you mean on 9/11? And that's and at some point last year, I acquired building pieces that were saved by a recovery worker and then sold to me on eBay last May. The main building piece I have seems to display the Hutchinson effect. So he was able to get samples, and then this is the one that he bought on eBay.
Yeah.
And then he took me a high definition, and see this lobe right here? That's the only piece that's magnetic. This lobe at the bottom. Yeah. And I'll go to the giant setup he did. Okay, so he sent me a whole bunch of photos, and I had like up close photos.
I think I saw them actually.
Yeah, so that was his sample. I'm gonna go to sample, Reddit sample. Okay, see if I could find it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go up. Hopefully it doesn't glitch. Okay, this is a lot of photos. Yeah, so these are all the photos he sent. So this is some close-ups, and now basically I can ask ChatGPT. He basically wants us to ask ChatGPT if they can explain this, and apparently. Yeah, he asked ChatGPT and they said this is glass like fused with it.
Ah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask the sample. And so I want to ask how much he paid for this one, because so John Hutchinson actually was given samples too, from 9/11, but he sold them. He sold a key for $25. But if you look on Amazon now, it's like some of them sell for $1,000 to $10,000. So here's more. Here's more of the few stuff.
Newspapers from 9/11 and they sell for stupid amounts.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But that's why. So John sold his like years ago, but if he just held it. So this part here, he said.
No, he should have kept it.
Yeah. So he says, I used ChatGPT to review the damage under the lens of Wood Hutchinson, and the findings were incredible. I tried to organize what I got from ChatGPT sent to you. He sent it to me and John. He asked to remain anonymous. Yeah. So anonymous is pretty much semi-anonymous. Well, you're just the guy who sent me this. ChatGPT believes that gray slab used window glass. And it's fragment there. Okay, this is fascinating. I'm gonna go right here. Okay, so this is the only part that's magnetic, he says. And then he thinks this is glass. And what I'll do is I'm gonna send a photo of this. Okay, I'm gonna send this to your ChatGPT bot. Oh, but then so this is a hypothetical scenario still, like the whole thing.
Yeah, it's still hypothetical.
This is
I asked it more to include the 3D projection, and I think that's when I asked about the Hutchinson effect as well, when you asked me to ask it.
Okay, so what I'll do is because it's a hypothetical, but this is an actual thingy. I'm gonna go to my Grok. I have a project thingy where every time you ask it, it has to review the Hutchinson setup. If I go to Hutchinson, see all. Okay, close this. If I go to Hutchinson effect. Basically, I tell it to review the sources always for every prompt, just in case there's info related to the prompt. All right. So
yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll ask it right here. I'm gonna ask it. Explain this sample from 9/11. The circled part is the only part that is magnetic. Explain it from the lens of the Hudson effect. Alright, let's see if it'll solve it. But this one, I didn't talk about 9/11 much in this one. So we'll see if it hopefully doesn't bring up the mainstream nerve. Okay, localized magnetic could arise from alteration. So I'm using expert mode. Is there an expert mode on ChatGPT? Or what does the ChatGPT have?
Just a deep research.
And how many can you use on that? How do you do
I've got unlimited.
You don't use it? Like
I've got quite a big.
Yeah, so I use this one.
I pay for mine.
Yeah, so I use the expert mode, but you can only use like a few, like 3 or 4 a day or something.
I think you get a certain amount of you get quite a few with ChatGPT, but I pay stupidly.
Yeah, no, I was paying for this, but I stopped. I'm just gonna focus on my efforts.
I wanted to switch over to Gemini, to be fair.
Okay, yeah. Well, I
couldn't figure out how to cancel my subscription.
Yeah. But basically, I try to use outside of these. They're just a bit quicker. I try to use InLeo on Hive. They don't have a standalone yet, but they're working on one. So you can just go out, like for example, you can see my setup. You just go ask Leo what's 49 in Roman numerals. It'll tell you, and so on. So here's this thing here. I asked it. Give me the details on New York's proposed bills against AI health and/or lawyer advice. The New York Senate advanced a bill barring AI chatbots from giving substantive health, legal or otherwise, or other licensed professional advice. Violators could face liability, and users harmed by bad advice could sue. The law targets chatbot proprietary, like basically like ChatGPT, and would prohibit response to constitute unauthorized practice of law or license. But basically, the reason I like this one is because you can't go after anybody here. Like you can't. This is open source stuff, so anyone could just copy and paste like the AI bot's running on its own. You could just pretty much, you can go after the people that made it, but then someone just copy and paste this exact same thing. So, and you earn some. So I made 3 cents just by tweeting that. So that's kind of yeah. I use that pretty much a lot of stuff there, and the cool part is you could again summarize full YouTube videos, and so on. So you can just ask to summarize. But anyways, that's for another day. I'm going to continue on to this thingy. So here's the sample. I'll send a link to him that somebody provided porous brownish chunk. Yeah, we have about 11 minutes or so, but I don't want to go too long. That's my timer is 11 minutes, but we can go until we are like done. Sees okay. I'm inducing changes magnetic. I'll just send him this one as applies. The bulk of stem. Okay, so the red circled lump is precisely where such a localized magnetic setup is. Okay, yeah, so it does explain it. So this is okay. So this sample right here, I asked it my project on Grok MES Hudson fact, where I basically uploaded a whole lot of stuff that are the Hudson files, like books and papers and so on, and then I explained that sample from that lens. So the effect that's produced by high voltage radio frequency RF apparatus, often Tesla coil or scalar wave configurations. That's if you're using the Thomas Beard, powered from ordinary household outlets with no wires touching the samples. One of its primary repeated documented manifestation is inducing changes in the magnetic state and chemical composition of metals. Samples placed within several feet on a wooden table, exactly as in Hudson effect samples Hudson's lab, suddenly become magnetic, lose magnetism, or exhibit strange magnetic effects while surrounding material does not. So that's the key part. Hathaway explicitly lists this alongside levitation, intermolecular bond disruption, and plastic deformation. Yeah. Okay, this one here in a document experiment, a steel file was exposed and split apart by internal magnetic forces. Thomas Bearden analyzed it and concluded Hudson had created strong magnetic monopolar regions. Regions where north or south poles existed independently. Interesting. That's files actually attracted each other magnetically afterwards, though the effect weakened over time. So afterwards, it started magnetic. Okay. Hathaway still possesses a split file and confirms anomalous magnetization was real and localized. Interesting. Okay, so it is that is some fascinating stuff. Anyways, so I'll send this to the guy. I'll just keep it in my notes. I'll send it to you, and then we could I'll just put it actually.
Yeah.
Put it here. Yeah, I'll just put it here, or actually I'll put it here.
Yeah, put it in there, and
I'll put it in our thing here. I usually just put stuff in the comments. Okay, I'll put it there, or put it in here. Yeah, let's put this in my giant table of giant setup there. Hutchison 911 sample. Sample. Okay, that's correct. Yeah, okay, that's that. I'll update this just in case I forget. Yeah, so I want to go to the ChatGPT that you made quickly. I'm gonna ask it the exact same thing, but this thing still doesn't work. Like, do you ever get this issue or no?
No.
Like, I don't understand what's happening. It's still interrupted. Like, am I just not allowed to? Okay, dig a bit deeper, you said. I like your prompts. I just do tables. Okay. Okay, I'll do it on this thing as well. First electromagnetic spike in TikTok format, plain background. Okay, do you ask it?
Oh, that's just saying what, explaining the image that it's made.
Okay. Yeah, and now.
Oh, it's because I was trying to get it to do images of each slide, so that could be why.
Yeah. Okay. That's
on.
Okay.
Just stop doing images.
Okay. So you have everything in here actually. Okay, and you have all this. So what I want to do is I'll do another thing quickly. I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna have to get out. But yeah, so unless you have anything else, I'm gonna do this quickly here.
Yeah.
Give me this image. Give me update this image. This image to remove the antenna on the right tower. Oh, left tower. Let's go on the left. This is yeah. This is the second plane. Second, or is that the first one?
That's the second.
Okay, so if it's the second one, so this would be. I'll make it. This is on the left tower. Because the north one is north, and then the other one would be south of it. So if this is hitting it from this angle, and the quote plane hit from the south. Antenna. Use update the image to remove the antenna on the left tower. Don't change anything else. Anything else. Let's see if it'll work. You think it will do it? Analyzing images, please. Let's see if it works. Okay. And you got these images, man. I thought you so Canva's the videos. Okay, but these images are
yeah,
Gemini.
I use no, ChatGPT and Gemini I use because ChatGPT the images aren't as good sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
So I ask it to give me a prompt for Gemini, and it gives me the prompt.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I don't understand. Is it my computer? Or is it just ChatGPT? Like, not a lot to. Okay, there it is. It's exactly the same thing. See that?
Oh, it's removed it.
Yeah. It's basically It's just so it's one antenna. And when you do this, you start putting in your head. You always know which one's north, which position it is. So the north one got hit from the north. The south one got hit from the south. Do you get it?
Right.
Yeah, and so that's pretty fascinating. Yeah, and the north one has the tower. Has the antenna, the giant one. And the antenna is 300 feet tall. Like, that's taller than most buildings. That's 300 feet. That's
a big antenna.
yeah, it's massive. All right, Tammy in the chat says Fractal Man has a valid point regarding monopoles being a north and south, not a monopole. No, I agree. But the samples Thomas Bearden described as monopole could be kind of like bunched up magnetic field where it's like it's focusing. You can focus magnetic field so that it's all in one pole. Like you can have a bunch of magnets all pointing one direction so that the net effect is a bigger like North Pole, where from an outside scenario it looks like it's south. It looks like it's a monopole, but it's just like a bunch of magnets directing, like it directed such that the biggest portion is the North Pole. Like you can kind of like resonate them. Okay, so that's this part. I'm gonna go back to the summary. Yeah, so antenna. The guy says antenna in 9/11 museum is strangely rusted. That's another part. Have you considered making an article about rustification? I was thinking of making a video compilation.
Yeah, it's something that I'll get to. I've done. I'm working my way through them all. I've just got to looking into rustification because I've been doing my evidence videos.
Yeah, and here's a post you might like. I had this one. Note the fuming, rust, and rustification of much of the steel. Okay, I gotta update my much of the steel columns and toasted cars, including Bankers Trust building. So, look at this fumes right here. Does that look like a fire? This is a rare one that shows rust. That's literally iron like separating from this. That's rust and fumes, and then this one here.
There's fumes. Let me just make sure I get it correct. The fuming is like it's still turning to dust, right?
Yeah.
In the dust.
It's,
that's it.
It's still reacting.
It's between that and lather for some reason.
well, lather. It's similar to that, but the thing is, we call this fume. No, like the lather, you could still say them fumes. The reason the lather, it's the same thing, but lather was describing like that big giant portion.
Yeah, the bit coming out of the side of the town,
where it looks like where it looks like lather when you bathe. That's the only difference. They're both fumes, but Dr. Judy Wood used the term lather to describe it like in a non-biased like a way where you can affect it. Like you can't if you say it's a wall of smoke, you're biasing your perspective to a fire or a heat source. But if you say lather, well, it looks like when you bathtub there, that's what it literally looks like.
Yeah.
A lather of dust. And so fumes are the same thing. But the reason I'm saying fumes, it's not smoke. That's the thing. And in this case, it's not lather. They're both the same. But the thing is, it's just small. It's just a lot less.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah, they're just fumes is just generic.
I've read the book twice, but I've had a lot of information to get into my head in the last 6 months.
No,
so
no, that's great. So I've read it twice as well, and I'm actually gonna read it a third time. Because I'm gonna go each time I get something, I'm gonna make a post about it. And so So here's some other photos of rustification. This is one of my favorite ones. See the left side? How in the world is it rusted that much?
I know, because ships are made of steel, aren't they? And they don't rust. Because ChatGPT told me it was like they were using seawater to put the fires out, and I was like, yeah, well, boats are in the sea and they don't rust for years.
Yeah.
So
but
I had to go with ChatGPT over that.
No, but even then you say, well, most of these steel was above water. This is not in water.
Yeah.
This right here is just so rusted, and these were rusted, but the bolts are gone. Like, where's that? The bolts are the strongest parts.
Yeah.
So the bolts are like 50% stronger. Like think about so the bolts, right? Like if you have a house, if you have wood, and then you have the nails in there. Let's say you use a hammer to hammer the nails into your 4x4 wood or whatever, and now imagine all the bolts are gone. Those are the strongest parts of the wall. Is the bolt of the nails? Imagine the nails are gone. Your house falls, but the nails are gone.
Yeah.
Those are the strongest parts. Let's say there's a fire. The fire's not going to burn the nails.
No.
And these are gone, and these are undamaged. Like it's like a perfectly just gone there. Yeah. So millions of bolts are missing at all directed energy weapon sites. Yeah. So these are, look at all the rusting here. This Pepsi Cola thingy. This was not driving in the ocean.
Yeah.
So ChatGPT, I don't know what it's and this right here is like rusted out of its mind.
They were saying they were using seawater to put the fires out, and that's why it was rusting. And I was like, well, no, because they haven't used that much sea.
That's what it said? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember that giant video I told you about this? This also shows them. Have you ever seen them use it? Yeah, they use the seawater for some of the water cleaning. So I think I mentioned it. See ocean, water. Okay, so I need the full timestamps. You can't. There's a limit to how much text you can put here. So I put it on the Hive. Blockchain is unlimited. So we go water. So reporter is surprised at the unusual firebonding. Footage of both pumping water from the Hudson 105.03. So you go to 105.03. So that's kind of what I mean. Like you watch this, you pretty much gain info that's like a course on 9/11. Okay, so you're gonna see 105.03. Okay, I'm gonna play some sound here. Okay, wait, what's going on here? Yeah. So listen to what she says here. Listen to what she says. Okay, she says we are officially the only aircraft that is flying in this airspace, and but then I show a whole bunch of mystery airplanes like aircrafts. You have little weird objects flying around. It's like aliens there. Nobody even like cares. But then you can see the boats soon. I'll show the boats. Okay, I should have the boats 10503.
You're looking at live pictures from Air 11. We are the only aircraft allowed to fly in this entire country, which is not allowed.
In this entire country. Hear what she just said.
This entire country, which is not allowed or not a part of the military and or rescue operation.
Okay, yeah, this part, yeah. So not a part of military or rescue operation. But I heard that military was also shut down for a while. No. I think I know. I heard it from a source.
I know that they didn't scramble jets or anything anywhere near in time.
Okay, that's where So I heard. I need to confirm. If you can search it for me, ask ChatGPT and so on. That military was told to like stand down before the towers, or before one or both towers turn to dust.
Yeah, there is, because I've done the deep dives on the planes. There's, I'm sure there's recording.
Okay, if you can send that over.
I can find that out
just send me a link, or even a link to that same article. So again, you have infinite info, and it's like again similar to digesting your info. So it takes a while too. So I just want to show the Hudson. There should be the Hudson there soon.
Do not use your water.
You're gonna assume. She says don't use your water. They're using it for. They're using it and the Hudson water.
All the water pressure they can get at this point. They do have some unusual firefighting equipment on the ground today. The firefighter, which is
there it is. See this one? They're using water from there.
A water boat. It is a firefighting boat, and basically it sucks water out of the Hudson River and takes it directly to a pumper, which relays it to another pumper, and it's called a relay pump. 11,000 gallons of water per minute. It's an amazing piece of equipment. Also on hand are volunteer tugboats piloted by volunteers who have again brought their tugboats down, which can also suck water out of the river and then have connected to different hoses in the general area and are able to then put water onto this fire without having to go into the water mains. It's hard to say.
This one's sending water out to the ocean. Well, that's interesting.
Perhaps some of the water mains may have even been damaged by this actual explosion and collapse of these buildings. But again, we have some unusual firefighting equipment in this area, which definitely the smoke is getting much, much thicker now. As we're looking at our window, we're hovering at about 1,600 feet, 1,500 feet. And I'm telling you, this smoke is probably 5,000 feet into the air. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And again, the smoke is getting much, much thicker. It seems to have rekindled. Something seems to have caught on fire, which obviously is adding a lot of fuel to this fire. And don't forget, it's not just one building that we're talking about on fire. Several buildings are on fire at this point. Many buildings have totally disappeared, not just the World Trade Center. We were looking at the World Financial Center earlier.
Yeah. And notice what she says, that she's never seen anything like this in her life, like the fumes going up. She calls it smoke or fire, but she's also saying she's this unusual fire bonding equipment, like something is burning. She doesn't know, but you know what's mainly it's the building 7.
Our building 7.
Yeah. So have you had a chance to see Mike? I'll show you the compilation of the building 7. I do 45 times speed for 7 hours. Like, but you condense 7 hours into into 14 minutes. Do you get it? So you condense 7 hours into 40 minutes. I'll just show you what happens here.
All you can see that remains of the World Financial Center is the very front of the building. As I said before, we are the only air traffic control, which is up. Air traffic control.
So that's building 7 turning to dust right there.
Has asked us to land. We have been the only aircraft allowed for a couple hours at this point, and they have now asked us to land. So we're going to do that, and we're going to send it back to you. Back to you in the studio. Lyndon. I know, but tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. Then there's more glitching. It's a camera. So I even captured the camera just went off.
Go out of
See it? For 10 seconds, the camera's went off. So I pretty much capture everything in there, and it's still going off. So it's still glitching out.
You guys decided, you know.
And again, when she's on this side, that's the hurricane side. They're always aiming at the clear blue sky. They're never on the other side. Why are they nobody ever on the other side? Like, I don't understand why they're not there. Okay. Yeah. So this is live footage. So the glitching is the live footage. So it's on my video. It's the actual footage that's glitching, and I include the whole thing so like people know it's glitching. And there's again mystery planes everywhere, and what I want to show one last thing actually. I keep going actually, but I do want to cover this thing. Okay, I'm going to cover that in your ChatGPT, and then again feel free to chime in anytime because I'm just on.
No, just a lot of people like when it with the smoke that goes up. I noticed that a lot of people on X at the minute. They're doing controlled demolition buildings and things, but you don't get that amount of smoke. The dust settles straight up, more or less straight away. You don't. That's something I could. So I did an article and I never pointed that out.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, and it goes up super high. Yeah, no, that'd be great.
It just doesn't normally do that on a normal controlled demolition. I might add that into the article.
No, that's great. And another thing I wanted to point out is, first of all, you see this building 7 turning dust for, like, look at that's the lather of building 7. Yeah. So the other part is, so you know, you said that the ChatGPT said they were spraying it with salt water, seawater. You can get some steel, and then get a cup of salt water, put it in there, and then wait and see how long it will take to rust. Okay. You might have to sit there for like 2 years to see something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what I said to ChatGPT. I was like, well, they weren't using that much salt water, and it wouldn't turn that fast. I had to have a discussion with it, and it agreed with me in the end.
Yeah, that's great.
It took a while.
Yeah. So okay, and I'm gonna show you this. Okay, so this is the video that it finally woke up my cousin. So my cousin, I showed him. He realized that the Twin Towers, they were turned to dust, but he always thought Building 7 was a conventional demolition until I showed him this. Until I made this specifically for him. I'm like, no, it was turning to dust for 7 hours. So here's this thing here. It starts. You could see. So here's the North Tower. So watch what happens. And it's 45 times speed, and also make it a bit faster. Now it's 90 times speed because I have a speed increase. So once this goes down into dust, and now it's gonna touch it. It's gonna So it's like then they start turning it up now. So this is again, this is at 10 a.m. 10:28 a.m. or 10:30. So and now watch Building 7 the entire time. Well, first I think I might show a different angle as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go fast. Okay, so here's a different angle. There's Building 7, better angle. After it falls, okay, we're gonna see a massive. So there's a giant. Okay, there's the spire. Look how tall it is, and now we're gonna see Building 7, and now we're gonna go fast forward. There it is. Okay, I'm going super fast. I'm going like 100x speed. Okay, look at Building 7. Now this is at I think a few hours later. It's still fuming. So it's 45 times speed. So every second is almost a minute. So think about how much dust that is pouring out of this thing. And as it goes on, I'm going fast forward. Yeah. So look at that. And now, do you see it when it's super fast speed? You can literally see it powering through. And now she's, I think, she starts talking eventually.
The smoke is getting much thicker now. As we're looking out our window, we're hovering at about 1,600 feet, 1,500 feet. And I'm telling you, this smoke is probably 5,000 feet into the air. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And again, the smoke is getting much thicker. It seems to have rekindled.
Yeah, okay. I'll just fast forward even farther. Just to show you how much dust is. And this is now, it's 2 p.m. So it falls at 5 p.m. So this is why when it fell, there was no seismic reading. It's like internally, it's like literally gone.
Everything has come out the building.
Yeah, it's like literally everything has been just.
Like, it was just a shell by the end.
Yeah, it was like a shell of dust. That's the key part.
Yeah.
Because watch what happens when it does fall. You'll see that. So another part is when it falls, you actually see the trailing dust that it was made up. Okay, now it's at 5 p.m. Watch what happens here. I'm pretty sure now it's gonna. But look at behind it. You could see almost like a rectangular dust, like a rectangular column of dust. Get ready and go. Watch. You see all its dust there, and that's and it doesn't stop now. Guess how long? So I was able to get a couple weeks of footage. And it's still turning dust. I'm gonna go next. So look at the dust happening there. It's not gonna stop. Okay, so now, now this is 2 days later. It's still fuming.
Yeah.
So it's still turning dust, and now we're gonna keep going further. I'll show you. I'll show you another week. Oh, yeah, so look how much dust is coming out of it. This is like 2 days. It's still going. Okay, and this is a 10x speed. So you could see how much right here. Yes, look at this thick dust pouring out. Yeah, this is that's why people just put a tripod in and stay there. Like if I was there, I would have put a tripod there the entire day and then live stream it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but that's another part is why it had to have happened before. I think before phones were like, okay, now look, they're still putting water. Have you ever seen a fire that lasts days, like a building fire? Like fire doesn't like
No.
yeah, while it's getting sprayed on with water nonstop. Okay, now it's still fuming, and then I'll show you. It keeps going. And so this is a video. If you wanna, feel free to share, re-upload, do as you wish with it, or crop it out and show you like point like hour by hour. Like you can go turn dust, and it's like it keeps going on here. And now this is 7 days later. They're still going.
Still just.
They're still spraying water here. What are they spraying water for? And the thing is, not once can you see an actual like flame. Like where's the fire coming from? Yeah, so it's
You can't.
yeah, that's and yeah, and it's just the shape of it too is weird. But anyways, that's that. It's still going. I think I show maybe even further after. Yeah, so it's still fuming nonstop. They're putting fire on the same spot over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. They're putting water on it. Nothing's happening. But it just. Oh, I know we have some footage of the angled cuts people kept talking about. So here's a rare footage. Okay, there it is. There's that one. Yeah. And it keeps going. I think I saw it a bit longer. Yeah, there's the memorial. All right. And then I do want to touch about this one here. Okay, last one, second last one. Is there anything you want to say while I'm pretty much on a power trip right now? I'm gonna go fuming metal, steel.
No, I think
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything that's coming to mind.
Yeah.
So
These
it's
ones.
11 now.
Yeah.
It's no, it's not. It's 1:45 over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, for sure. We can have yeah. So this one here, I'll just show you this clip here, and then
yeah.
You've seen this one before, I assume, have you, or no?
Workers are still
Probably.
removing red-hot steel
Oh,
beams
no,
from
I haven't.
underneath the rubble. Workers are still removing
Yeah.
red.
So they were that's like I think they're spraying it with water, right? But they're saying it's red hot steel beams. It's on a piece of wood there.
I was about to say that. Yeah, it's on.
and this is and they're on steel, so that's conductive. So the entire car would have been like heated up. So and that's steel.
Workers are still removing red-hot steel beams from underneath the rubble. Workers are
So how did they pick it up and put it on there? And that's fuming. That's literally. I'll send you this one. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll read the rest of your thing. I'll share it on my Telegram because I think you've done a good job on getting ChatGPT to like list stuff because that charged air part that got me thinking. Okay, I'm gonna go right here.
Yeah, it eventually I think it's because all I use my ChatGPT for is the 9/11 stuff, really. Like we deep research, finding documents and getting evidence, and it's had it drummed into its brain now about the observable evidence, because every bit of evidence I've gone and researched and found out for myself, and doing that, knocking things off, doing that with the ChatGPT, so it knows the angle that I'm going from. So that's why I needed a scenario to try and get my brain around it myself.
Yeah.
And I thought it came up with something quite interesting.
No, you've done a great job. I'm gonna put those links actually. Yeah, so I'll include those links quickly that you sent me. I'm gonna copy this link. Actually, I'll use the one that I updated. So I'll send those links. I'll put that in the notes here. I'll put that here. ChatGPT links. I'll add them later. ChatGPT hypothetical links. And yeah, I'll add those my own ones soon. Okay, so that's great stuff. Yeah. Anyways, anything else you want to tell the wonderful audience and so on?
I will put my new TikTok on. You can share that for me.
Yeah.
My new TikTok page. Please give it a follow. Hopefully the new one will be back soon.
Yeah, and also if you
But-
can go on 3Speak and start posting shorts. Like you can do a short.
Yeah.
Like basically, I like recommend post. If you post on Instagram, whatever, just anywhere, post here 3Speak as well. Like just first or then.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I've started on Instagram again.
Yeah. So like my cousin, he posts right here his BitChute setup. So he posts on here.
Ladies and
So he I got him on there. He's been posting for a while. And, and pretty much I upload all the stuff. So yeah. And 3Speak has a huge upgrade. It's like literally, it's like completely different.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was struggling to get videos uploaded, but
Yeah.
no, I'll get back on that.
No, yeah. And if you have issues, just let me know, and then I'll tell the team. Because they have a Discord thing that they actually listen to the team. So yeah.
Oh.
So I'll let them know because it's pretty much like imagine like me and you making a or like me, you, and like the Avengers making a YouTube alternative. That's the feel of this. Like it's like literally people trying to rise up and
We should do that.
Well, that's what I mean. That's the 3Speak. That's why I support it. Because it's like these are the actual only people like understanding that if you do it centralized, you're gonna get taken over. You're gonna get taken over by big money, big regulations, governments. They're gonna break your legs, do a lot of stuff. But anyways, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to head out as well. Okay. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much all. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, guys, and follow her TikTok. TikTok Mystic. Mystic. Okay.
I'm called 9/11's ignored evidence now.
Oh, did you change it? But I sent the other one here. Oh, where is the 1 second?
My other one's gone.
No, I'm saying you had a separate one. I think you had TikTok right here.
Yeah, I sent it. Yeah, I think it's
Mystic Bazaar Hub.
Still Mystic Bazaar Hub.
Oh, 9/11 is ignored evidence. Oh, okay, you changed that. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
You guys follow her on TikTok, and guys, get on Hive on 3Speak and so on, because it's like if all of us were on there, it's like we don't even need it's like a self-sustaining economy. You don't even need any outside sources. All right, anyways, yeah, I just sent him a link, and and also on Rumble, this guy says how do from Cheshire, England. How do indeed. You guys, anyways.
Hello from Cheshire, England.
Yeah, all right. Not big stuff, guys. Yeah, thanks for joining, guys. And then next week is Mark Holland. Thanks for joining.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thanks
I'll be tuning in.
And have a great weekend. I'm gonna.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, bye, guys. Yeah, bye. I'm gonna end the stream, and yeah, I'll end this stream. I'm gonna complete, and then we could okay, end the stream, and yeah, so the stream is done, and adios, everybody. Have a good weekend, and I'll stop recording. Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, so we will stop recording, and yeah, thanks for joining. It's pretty epic. We